Rome, Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon, system of worship.
In times,
We're gonna liberate ourselves. Come out of her, my people. Last days. Let's go.
Rome was burning, Sodom and Gomorrah was visited. Before the fall, the writings on the wall. Babylon, years later, here we are. I can't interpret the writings on the wall. The scene's starting to look familiar as I look around. Pride go off before the fall, and that's what took them down. Spiritual Egypt, Sodom, Gomorrah, days of Noah, this Babylon, moments before the fall. There's a war going on outside, but in this banquet I see vanity. Look at the time, 11:59. The four horsemen are stampeding. I open the prophets and read it, writings on the wall. What's the meaning? Meanie, Tikal, Parson, Medes and Persians, rumors of war, head on collision, no way to swerve it. Blue helmets, foreign insurgents. What's the verdict? Your days are numbered, your kingdom's divided. Ecclesiastes 1:9, it's gonna come a time. Recompenses for every crime, it's gonna be required. Till the bloodshed is avenged, the land is defiled. And they gon' see it when the Savior part the sky. Rome is on fire. Rome was burning, Sodom and Gomorrah was visited. Before the fall, the writings on the wall. Babylon, years later, here we are. I can't interpret the writings on the wall. The Father made me a watchman. I can't sit back and say nothing. Washing the blood off my hands. I see the time is drawing close. Babylon been doing the most. You've been judged and found wanting, divided. The writings on the wall. Resurrect the dry bones. Babylon is exiled. This is never my home. They had a legacy of crime, oppressing me and mine. Habakkuk 2:12 and 13. I see the signs. Got mercy for the rich, the poor, they demonized. They had us fooled for a minute, now we see the lies. Scattered but not forgotten. Abba kept Jacob's seed alive. It was all good until the fall. Now the writing is on the wall. Rome was burning, Sodom and Gomorrah was visited. Before the fall, the writings on the wall. Babylon, years later, here we are. I can't interpret the writings on the wall.
Last days. They ain't believe us before. Now you see all these signs. Would you pay these laws, these prophets any mind? Resurrect the dry bones. Babylon is exiled. This is never my home. What? 11:59.
We were on a roll, kings and queens of the world, now we're cursed. We were righteous rulers of the globe. But pride goeth before a fall, and that's what brought us down. We were going strong, and we will once again. We disobeyed the Most High God, and that's what brought us down.
Let's get back to the fact of the matter. We were bruised, beaten, battered by the ladder of the righteous. We were told we would be sold as slaves from the cradle to the grave, and it happened just like this. Deuteronomy chapter 28, read it and weep. You'll see our ancestors were just like us. In the volume of the book, take a look. I was shook to find out our history has been right here. And I faced the whole time, a whole lot for the whole world to go by and comply, just to make sure we don't side with the Most High. The plan wasn't thorough enough though, we don't die. We multiply and stay fruitful, it's crucial that we seek His approval, removing all of iniquity, proving we all are meant to be rulers. Once again, endlessly suited to the kingdoms to come, you gon' see what the hype is. Yeah.
Kings and queens of the world, now we're cursed. We were righteous rulers of the globe. But pride goeth before a fall, and that's what brought us down. We were going strong, and we will once again. We disobeyed the Most High God, and that's what brought us down.
Tell the enemy to tell and run. That reign of terror is done. In the name of the Father and the Son. See, the devil is a bum, skibbity bum bum. What Pinocchio knows, cause he's a liar. No, they ain't surely hardy by nature, treasure desires. You side with him, you guaranteed to see the lake of fire. So get it right up. Can go slipping and be in trouble. Like Edom, you'll be for stubborn. You heard it in Obadiah. That goes for me too. I do what I do and fight to do better. They will never dare to my dedication, cause I won't let them. Head on my affect the past. Brothers and sisters mad, get used to throw stones and live in a house of glass. Resist them and they flee from you quick, swift the flash. Get those demons up your back, let's pray and do it fast. Keep the laws and commandments whenever you're doing bad. Trust that feeling in your gut, cause I promise it ain't gas.
Living sacrifice. I chose to be a service to the people that be hurting. Lord knows I don't deserve this life. I've been searching and I found that I'm just here to serve a purpose. Listen, I'm a living sacrifice. Y'all don't understand, it was all in this plan. I'm just here to help you get it right. No, I'm not your average Israelite, cause I am the light. Who I am in this flesh ain't important at all. I'm just here to save as many as I can till I'm gone. Everybody got a lane, I just stay in my own. I never worry about the next and what they got going on. God gave me a mission, so I move a little different. Everything I say and do, it ain't me, it's the spirit. Yeah, that be God that you hearing. He uses me as a vessel. When he wanna take control, I don't fight, I just let him. I sacrifice my carnal life so I can do this work. I'm trying to save a few souls before I leave this earth. I hope and pray that when you hear this, you digest these lyrics. Just know we out here in these trenches, no square business. I'm a living sacrifice. I chose to be a service to the people that be hurting. Lord knows I don't deserve this life. I've been searching and I found that I'm just here to serve a purpose. Listen, I'm a living sacrifice. Y'all don't understand, it was all in this plan. I'm just here to help you get it right. No, I'm not your average Israelite, cause I am the light. Most of these Israelites do it for the image. They talk bad about them Christians, but they ain't no different. Modern day Pharisees is what they are. All they talk about is law, but don't be showing love at all. I find it kinda funny how they claim to follow Christ. You a wolf in sheep's clothing, I can see it in your eyes, boy. Quit with all them lies, boy. Narrow is the way, you can't play on both sides, boy. Living double lies, boy. I sacrifice my carnal life so I can do this work. I'm trying to save a few souls before I leave this earth. I hope and pray that when you hear this, you digest these lyrics. Just know we out here in these trenches, no square business. I'm a living sacrifice. I chose to be a service to the people that be hurting. Lord knows I don't deserve this life. I've been searching and I found that I'm just here to serve a purpose. Listen, I'm a living sacrifice. Y'all don't understand, it was all in this plan. I'm just here to help you get it right. No, I'm not your average Israelite, cause I am the light.
light, cause I am the light. Most of these Israelites do it for the image. They talk bad about them Christians, but they ain't no different. Modern day Pharisees is what they are. All they talk about is law, but don't be showing love at all. I find it kinda funny how they claim to follow Christ. You a wolf in sheep's clothing, I can see it in your eyes, boy. Quit with all them lies, boy. Narrow is the way, you can't play on both sides, boy. Living double lies, boy. I sacrifice my carnal life so I can do this work. I'm trying to save a few souls before I leave this earth. I hope and pray that when you hear this, you digest these lyrics. Just know we out here in these trenches, no square business. I'm a living sacrifice. I chose to be a service to the people that be hurting. Lord knows I don't deserve this life. I've been searching and I found that I'm just here to serve a purpose. Listen, I'm a living sacrifice. Y'all don't understand, it was all in this plan. I'm just here to help you get it right. No, I'm not your average Israelite, cause I am the light.
Vote so heavily Democratic? Well, from 1877 to 1960, the Democratic Party held a virtually unchallenged grip on the politics of the South in a period known as the Solid South. This control would begin to loosen as the Democratic Party would gradually shift its position on black civil rights. 1964 to 1994, the South underwent a gradual transition from the Democratic Party to a Republican stronghold. Democrats and Republicans in the past were not as ideologically unified as they appear today. There was a time when there were conservative Democrats, especially in the South, and liberal Republicans. During the 1930s, Franklin Roosevelt created the New Deal coalition in his efforts to combat the Great Depression, unifying labor unions, rural Southerners, and different minority groups under a collective force to support his agenda. His administration even recruited some liberal Republicans to that coalition, resulting in the formation of the Black Cabinet, which was a group of black leaders who served as policy advisors to the president. Simultaneously, a conservative coalition emerged, consisting of conservative Democrats, especially in the South, and some conservative Republicans. These two coalitions remained active into the 1960s, prompting some Southern Democrats to switch over to the Republican Party. This dynamic led to a more progressive Democratic establishment in conflict with the conservative Southern voting bloc in matters such as race and social welfare. After the 1948 presidential election, President Harry Truman made an explicit appeal to new civil rights measures before Congress, including voting rights protections, a federal ban on lynching, and bolstering civil rights laws. Because of this, he faced a break from Southern Democrats, who formed a states' rights Democratic Party under Southern Governor Strom Thurmond. Strom Thurmond's ticket won almost 1 million votes and 39 electoral votes taken in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and South Carolina. Nonetheless, Harry Truman was successful in winning the election with 77% of the black vote, and the number of African Americans identifying as Democrats would progressively increase. This surge of black solidarity for the Democratic Party led to an electoral advantage for the party and the implementation of racially progressive policies. This shift caused white segregationists to consider a third-party presidential bid, indicating they were searching for a new political home. This exhibited some of the first major weakenings of the Solid South, and in the 1952 and 1956 election, Dwight Eisenhower's GOP began to make further inroads into the South. Southern Democrats were instrumental in the segregationist movement opposing black civil rights during this period. Virginia Governor Harry Byrd established the Massive Resistance Campaign to combat school desegregation, and 99 Southern Democrats endorsed the Declaration of Constitutional Principles that was the Southern Manifesto, an objection to desegregation initiative. Strom Thurmond ran an individual filibuster of the 1957 Civil Rights Act, which lasted over 24 hours, and notable segregationist figures such as George Wallace of Alabama and Ross Barnett were both Southern governors. During the 1960 election, Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy had similar perspectives on civil rights. Nixon garnered almost a third of the African American vote, but it's important to realize that majority of African Americans resided in the South where they could not exercise their right to vote. Also during the 1960 election, frustrated Southern electors from 14 states that had cast their ballots for John F. Kennedy during the presidential election declined to cast their vote for him, instead voting for Harry Byrd, who wasn't even a candidate. This election marked the last time a presidential candidate was able to receive more than 15% of the African American vote. In 1968, the presidential election saw another major shift into the South as the region continued to abandon the Democratic Party. Only Texas, the home state of Democratic nominee Hubert Humphrey, voted for him in this election. George Wallace, running on a campaign of only white supremacy for the American Independent Party, was successful in gaining 10 million votes and 46 electoral votes in 5 southern states: Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. After 1968, the South would continue to support Republican candidates, voting for Richard Nixon in 1972, Ronald Reagan in 1980 and 1984, and Bush in 1988. Meanwhile, African Americans were already heavily voting for Democrats. At no point after 1936 did a Republican candidate get more than 45% of the black vote. The GOP would then employ the Southern strategy to capitalize on racial tensions and gain a crucial foothold in the South. This strategy, developed by political strategist Kevin Phillips and implemented in Richard Nixon's election campaign in 1968 and 1972. See, in 1965, the enfranchisement of black voters in the South and the strong support of the Democratic Party caused conservative white Southerners to lean even further towards the Republican Party. Additionally, the party began to use coded language such as law and order and states' rights to target conservative white Southerners who were resentful of the racial integration and fearful of urban unrest. Despite this, many Southern Democrats still won state and congressional elections, most significantly less dramatic election for governor in Georgia in 1966. However, the progressive and multiracial Democratic Party establishment, coupled with the successes of Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan's administration, gradually moved conservative politicians in the South more towards the Republican Party. This all culminated in the Republican Revolution in 1994, when the South became a firmly Republican region. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party strengthened its bond with black voters, leading to groundbreaking establishments such as the election of Douglas Wilder as the first black governor in the United States. Even Jesse Jackson's 2 unsuccessful presidential campaigns in 1984 and 1988 were instrumental in producing the necessary amendments to the Democratic Party's platform, further increasing the number of black representatives, mayors, and other elected officials. As a result of all of this, identity politics has now become fully entangled with partisanship. The Republican Party is now attracting more white voters than ever, while black voters have become increasingly connected to the Democratic Party. What if I told you the story about how these two actually became friends? Well, in September 4th, 1957, 9 black students were attempting to integrate Little Rock Central High School. They were known as the Little Rock Nine. One of those students was Elizabeth Eckford. Elizabeth Eckford at the time did not have a house phone, so she was unaware of the other 8 students' plans to enter on the other side of the school with an escort of ministers. So she entered on the wrong side of the school and had to walk in alone. During that time, a group of white students surrounded her as she was walking in and began screaming, 2468, we don't want to integrate. One of those students being Hazel Bryant, who was reportedly screaming at Eckford, go home, Negro, go back to Africa. After this happened, she received a lot of critical hate mail. Thus, her parents removed Hazel Bryant from the school. After this time, she felt guilty of her treatment of Eckford and had changed her mind on integration and attempted to apologize to her in 1964. They would not meet again until 1997, which commemorated the 40th anniversary of Central Little Rock High School's integration. During that time, they actually became friends. They would go do activities together and even did a few documentaries. This all ended in 1999 because, as Elizabeth Eckford would put it, Hazel Bryant wanted her to be able to move on from her past and basically wanted to not be responsible for the incident that happened on that day. And Elizabeth Eckford simply couldn't put this behind her. This has been One Mic Black History. I'm your host, Country Boy. And if you'd like to ask a question about Black history, you can do so at onemichistory.com in the contacts page. Thank you for listening, and peace.
All right. Shalom, fam. Shalom to everybody in the chat, too, that's kicking it with us. We back with our weekly episode, another weekly episode titled the secret relationship between Black and Democrats. And it's a timely situation right now because, as you've seen, there was just the infamous inauguration just took place. And that's why we started this episode off with the video that we just showed, just getting an understanding of how Blacks used to vote Republican, but end up through racism or whatever you want to say, reversed it into the Democrat Party. But sometimes you gotta ask yourself, like, why would you revert? Like, why would you go from one side to the other side? Like, what was the purpose of that? What took place? So throughout this segment, Most High willing, we can give some informal information on that and show why things change, why the votes change from one side to the other. And I'm your host with the most, Ibar. This your man with the master plan, Benai. Benai.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Hey, look, I'm excited. Hey, look, this ain't no green screen. This ain't no green screen back here. This is what Africa look like. You know what I'm saying? So for all of y'all out there scared to get out your backyard, come look at this right here.
This is the backyard. This is the side yard.
Hey, we got fruits over there. We got what you got over there? Papayas,
jackfruit,
papayas. You know,
sure, we got some
coconut trees,
hibiscus right here. Yeah, coconut trees. Hey, come on over here, man.
This ain't no green screen. This real life.
It's that real non-GMO. Praise the Most High for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we just had the network. You know, once again, we're gonna do that too. Coming up real soon, we're gonna be recording a lot more over here outside of the yard. We're gonna show more of the city and more of the continent, Most High willing. You know, because you got a lot of people out here, not to go too far away from the subject, but you got a lot of people out here talking against the continent. Just, you know, using scare tactics or whatever. I don't know what it is, but we here to promote it and push it. Like, hey, it got its ups and downs, no different from anywhere else. But this is life.
Yeah.
Man, we out here in shorts and beaters and t-shirts and stuff like that, chilling up under coconut trees and stuff, man. You can't beat that with a bat.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, come up out of her, my people. Receive none of her plagues and be not partakers of her sins, like the Most High said.
And it ain't a fearful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on up out your comfort zone. Stop being afraid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they were sold a dream, or they were sold a certain mental view of us over here, and we were sold a certain mental view of them. You know what I'm saying? Coming from over there, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, look how I look back here. Well, ain't no huts right here. Ain't nobody jumping out of trees with no blow darts.
That's a bathroom right there. Y'all see on the camera, it's a bathroom right there.
Right. It ain't no, well, you might see a couple monkeys around here every now and then, but it ain't like they just out here.
Right.
You know, you don't see no giraffes. You can if you go far
to
enough.
The Serengeti or something.
Right. But just, you know, we just talking. We just talking right now. We just watched the video.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the brother was breaking it down, you know, because our people, we began because it was a time when we couldn't vote. We didn't even have a right to vote.
Yeah.
Right. And let's make a disclaimer before we even go into this. I ain't for Trump. I ain't for Kamala. I ain't for Biden. None of them. I know all of them is against us. So before we even go into anything, let's make that clear. Let's make that real clear. All right. So, but yeah, like the video, like when we did receive rights to vote, right? When we could vote, was we Democrats?
I don't know. I think they voted for the best party that benefited them at that time.
Yeah. And exactly. And you see, our people don't do that no more.
Well, sure don't.
I got family members that told me, they said, man, it don't matter. I just go on the forum and just Democrat. I'm telling you the truth. I ain't lying. And I know some of y'all out there probably done heard it as well. But, you know, it's all about policy and what can they do for us as a people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because other people, they look at it that way. What benefits they people, you know? And what really what's beneficial to us? What's really beneficial to us? What's been beneficial to us? Right? Has it been the Democrats? Has it been the Republicans? Who's been beneficial to us? Right?
Nah.
So, like the brother said, the secret relationship between blacks and Democrats. We about to get into a little history with this one.
Yeah.
You know, so
Let me ask you, do you think blacks really know why they even vote? Or is it more of an emotional thing?
well, I think what gets sold to them in media, to us in media, the propaganda, you know, is more so what we follow.
Yeah,
I think we more so follow the propaganda, and I think our emotions get moved easily because of the trauma that we dealt with as a nation, right? And the places that we've been. So I think we moved easily by propaganda, by the things that we see on television, by the things that we hear. You know what I'm saying? Not really by factual information. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we move emotionally. You understand?
Yeah, most definitely. And that's true, man. That's why I asked that, because I think the same thing. The emotion part. Like when what's the sleepy dude name?
Joe Biden. Yeah.
Sleepy Joe was running. I remember I was at the grocery store right there on Living around the corner from your old crib. And the lady walked up on me with a flyer like, you vote? I'm like, look, I don't vote. I don't deal with none of that crap. That junk is all buffoonery to me.
Yeah.
It's a game. That's what literally it's a game. They laughing. But long story short, she was so emotional. You better go vote. This might be the last opportunity to get some help.
Get some help, huh?
Help from what? I don't look for help from the same people that put you in. You can't go to the police and say, look, you put me in these handcuffs. Can you take them off? They're not going to take them off because they put you there for a reason.
Right.
The same thing with these political influences, quote unquote. You can't go to them for help. They're not here to help you.
Exactly.
If you look at certain constitutional laws or whatever, acts or whatever, they tell you in some of them that if you are African descent, technically you're not even a U.S. citizen.
And that's in the Constitution.
Yeah.
You know, that was a part of the Constitution at the time.
Yeah. I forgot what it's called, the Dred versus something. I forgot dude's name.
Scott Dred. Yeah.
So basically, what they saying in that Constitution, like, you really don't matter to us.
Yeah.
We just playing a game with y'all to make y'all feel like y'all got a voice or something. So through this, like I say, Most High willing, through this podcast, we can give a little insight on stuff. And if I would have thought about that, I would have brought that little history out too. Scott Dred, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
It just really came to mind.
It's all right, man. We moving and grooving.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all right.
But Most High willing, through this segment, we can give some insight on why we feel the way we feel, why we say the things that we say about this situation. You know, because they two wings of the same bird. So it don't really matter what side.
Yeah. And we being played on. So this ain't our opinion. I ain't gonna say this is my opinion. I'm gonna say this is a fact. We being played on.
Yeah.
They looking at our ignorance and taking that and running with it. You understand? Because we have an ignorance. We destroy for lack of knowledge as a people. Right? We don't understand who we are, but most importantly, we don't understand who our enemies are. You understand? We have not an understanding of who the enemy is. And without that understanding, now you willing to take anyone's problem and solution.
Yeah.
Whatever problem they come with, you willing to take the solution for. You accept the problem. Okay, this is a problem, right? Without no research, and you willing to accept the solution. Not only that, that camera, you can do
that thing widescreen.
Yeah.
Tried to duck off with it.
But the solution We willing to accept all of those things from these people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We also willing to accept their lies. We got a woman sitting up here telling us she black. She's sitting up in front of us telling us she black, and we can look into her roots, into her history, and see that she's an East Indian. Her name Kamala goes back to an East Indian god.
The laughing god, if I'm not
You
mistaken.
understand? Yeah. So we sitting up here just ignorant as can be. Yeah. And they playing on that.
And her last name ain't Harris. That was just something for the Negroes again, playing with you.
Exactly.
Because the majority of the Negroes' last name is Harris. Robinson or something.
Exactly. Give her Harris. You know,
she got a white husband. You really think her last name Harris? Mm-hmm. I forgot his name. I'll bring it out. Bro.
Right. And now let's look at her policy. You understand now? I ain't here to promote either party.
Mm-hmm.
We not here to promote either party. We don't care concerning who the other people vote for, but it's our people who are at a
Disadvantage or something.
we not being benefited by any of the policies that either one of the candidates are coming up with as a whole. You understand? So, no, we not for none of it.
It's true. What Kamala Harris said. I'm not doing nothing for black people, not just black people, or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm doing something for whatever.
Exactly.
It was something like that she said.
Exactly. And this is Rudolph Windsor, a black man, a brother, if that matters. All right, so this is the page 27, right? And or should I start at 26?
You can do 27.
All right, so page 27. What did the Republican Party gain from the war? One, and this is talking about World War I, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did the Republican Party gain from the war? Is this this is talking about the Revolutionary War, right?
Or Civil War. I believe.
Civil War. Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Yeah, Civil War, because this is 1800.
Mm-hmm.
What did the Republican Party gain from the war? One, the control of the federal government. Two, the building up of stronger industries in the North. An increase in tariff against foreign competition, which also permitted Northern industrialists access to Southern raw materials. The Northern capitalists moving into the South to begin the process of industrialization, and the Northern capitalists gaining of poor whites and blacks.
Who did they gain?
Poor whites and blacks.
Okay.
As political allies. And these are the Republicans.
Mm-hmm. And those are the vulnerable people at that time.
And this was the 1800s. This was from between 1861 and 1880, which was the Reconstruction period.
Yep.
All right, after the Civil War.
Yeah.
All right. So where we at? With the political support of the workers, farmers, middle class, poor whites, and blacks, the Republican Party was able to win the national elections of 1868 and 1872, and the close elections of 1876 and 1880.
So the Republicans won these votes from the poor whites, the poor blacks, Republicans, the farmers. Basically, they had the whole industry.
Mm-hmm.
The Republicans did. They had all of it.
Yeah, and our people, we began as Republicans. When we were able to vote, when we began to have those rights, we started off as Republicans because that was the party that actually helped us in our fight at the time.
Slaveries and all that stuff. Yeah.
But something changed with them too.
Yeah.
Because they only, and see, this is what I want our people to understand. We ain't for none of them. Yeah. And I'm telling you this because I keep pushing that. Because some people get the wrong idea and think that we down with whoever on either side. But it ain't like that.
Yeah.
Why? Because anytime we join hands with these people, it's always a detriment to us. It's always a detriment to us. Anytime we deal with any of these people, right? We thinking we getting in with them. And historically, it's always been at the end, it's a fall. It's something that harms us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trap for us. It's always been that way.
Yeah.
So what can we look at? We sitting up here looking. Barack Obama's his whole campaign was what? Change. We thinking change gonna come. Finally, we got a black man. Change gonna come. Yeah. Oh, he's a Democrat. Change gonna come. And what changed?
You think a change came?
People's sex change.
There you go. I was getting there. Come on.
Now you can change your sex. Now you can deal with man and man, woman and woman. You can marry these people. It's legal now. That's what changed when it came to Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Nothing changed for us. And he was supposed to be our people.
Yeah. and don't, when they get inaugurated, they put their hand on the Bible, so they say, and make this oath. That's why the Most High said, "Swear not on His name." Don't swear on me. That lying crap y'all be doing. I ain't the Most High. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with that fruitcake stuff. I don't know this brother.
Right.
He not no commandment keeper. Not doing that.
Right.
Man.
And see, and we are people who desire someone to follow.
Yeah.
We desire somebody to follow. We it's like we're not satisfied unless we got somebody over us that we can follow, no matter what people he come from. It don't even make sense to follow someone who's not of your own people. Straight it up. Don't make sense, because why? They gonna deal with their people, the interests of their people first.
Yeah.
It only makes sense.
What Trump always saying? He always talking about his people. We're gonna make sure our this. He'll never go outside of that. It's us first.
And that's why America is a place of confusion, because you got so many different nationalities in the place, and everybody is claiming up under this one American banner that, you know, this is what it is, and it really ain't. Because if it was, why is the national what is it, the debt, or not debt, but the economics between blacks and whites?
Oh, so
you understand?
far apart.
So why is it so far apart?
Yeah.
Why is it so far apart? It's no equality.
It sure ain't.
Ain't nothing equal about that. We should be satisfied though.
Hey.
We supposed to be satisfied.
But if our people really, like you said, our people always looking for a leader, somebody to follow, whatever, we can vote. But if our people just really followed the one that was here for us off rip, we would actually be okay, because he gave us rules and regulations on these things. Don't make covenant with these people. Exactly. Don't do this, don't do that. But our people be like, sure, you need a job, you need money, we need this, we need that. What you need is doggone faith.
Yeah. We want a king. That's what it is. We still want a king, because you know why? We've been without a king for a long time.
Yeah.
We've been without a king. We've been without a prince. Read the book of Hosea 3 and the 4th chapter. It tells you that. Read Hosea 3 and 4. It'll tell you that we the only people who in search of a king. All the other people, they got somebody over them to rule. They got a king or a nation.
Yeah.
They got a president or an emperor, or whatever you want to call these people. They got that. We ain't got it. We don't have it.
Yeah. But that's something bad. I noticed now we talking about this. That's something bad with our people. We vote for these folks. We go to their community, what they call them, community meetings. Vote for the different nations. The police are our community. We always putting somebody over us that has that has not the best interest in us at all. We could do all this stuff ourselves. We just be humble and unify.
Yeah.
That's all we got to do. Put our own personal issues to the side just to come together. This is how we're going to preserve ourselves. We don't need these folks.
Nah, hold on. Trump finna save America though, bro. What you talking about?
He is though.
Trump finna save America.
The great white hope.
The great white hope. He finna save America.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Oh man,
I cannot wait.
What we gonna do if Trump don't come?
Get that PB.
Man.
Now, let me say.
Hey man, look here. It's a lot of people with false hope and faith.
Yeah.
All right. Be careful, because so many people, they would like to attribute it to God and say, God set this man up so this man can be this.
Yeah.
Not understanding, you may be giving your credit to that man or your praises to that man. Be careful. Be really careful, because I'm gonna tell you, Babylon gonna fall regardless. It don't matter who in place. It's been spoken. The Most High word, God's word, don't come back void. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. No prayers, no sacrifices, no none of that. It's finna save her. None of it. It's best to just get out the way. Move out the way. And let the Most High's prophecy have his way. Move.
Let me get this scripture right quick.
You got it.
God, oh, dang on buzz. Hey, we in the bushes for real. Them suckers ain't stopping. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm about to get this scripture in Leviticus. I think it's chapter 4. Give me 1 second. Yep, 4. Yep.
Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Y'all share this because so many of our people need to really understand what it is that we bringing forth today. Our people, we didn't start off Democrats. We began as Republicans. Am I saying that because I'm a Republican or I will follow any of the politics in America? No, I'm not saying that because of that. I'm saying that because it's a fact.
Yeah.
Right. And we beefing and fighting and bickering over this party or that. I done heard of people shunning their own family members because they dealing with this party or that. Oh, you a Trump supporter. I can't mess with you.
It don't matter. They birds are two wings of the same bird. It don't matter.
Right.
Let me ask anybody in the chat who don't understand or believe like we do or whatever it is. Anybody that's in there, even those who do believe. Let me ask this question. I'm gonna use Barack Obama since he's the black man or whatever. What did he do for us as a people in America? Name one thing that Barack Obama did for us as a people.
Hey, we got them $600 stimulus checks when he first got it.
Ooh, $600.
$600, boy. You remember that?
You know what I did with mine?
What'd you do with it?
Gave it right back to him. I had to pay bills. And I bet you majority of the people gonna say something about that did the same thing. So what was that $600 really for?
$600, man. That was $600, man.
Like,
you can't be tripping on $600.
These people playing chess.
Man,
you understand? Like, bro, we losing them. We got to put something back in there. We got to put some bait out there to get our people back.
Right.
What can we do? Oh, put a black face in there. Oh, the first black. I seen people cry, bro.
Man, Jesse Jackson had his thumb in his mouth crying. You see? Hey, he's there with his thumb in his mouth crying. Y'all think I'm playing? Go on back and replay it.
Man,
Jesse Jackson was tripping.
All he gave was stimulus checks.
Man.
Other than that, what did he give? A bunch of fruitcakes running around here reckless, tearing up the world, attacking the babies with that.
Yeah.
That's all you see. Maybe that was his purpose. I don't know. But I know it ain't had nothing to do with us.
Not at all.
That was just a black face. That was just bait. I ain't even gonna say black face. That was just bait to lure us back in. Because at that time, they was doing what was that, Hurricane Katrina or something like that. Our people lost faith in that country. It was over. Our people was really about to unite and do whatever it is. We doing something different. And they was like, no, we got to stop that.
Remember Kanye came and said, George Bush hate black people.
Bro, they was all on TV talking that junk and everything. They didn't like that. They was like, man, we got to figure something out to get these people back in here. Send the bait in there. Esquire, come. He's like, yes, sir. Go get your people and mislead them. He came right in there. Now the economy, swish your sweet lips, yeah. I'm gonna give you $600.
I play basketball
and smoke Virginia Slims.
I smoke cigarettes. I play basketball.
I'm hip.
Yeah,
I'm hip. Nas did my inauguration. Nas was there.
Yeah,
like that's what they do though. Like we cracking jokes, but this job for real.
Hey man, look, we showing you that your world ain't what it is, what you think it is, right? Just pay attention to all the podcasts we do. We showing you that what you think it is, it ain't. Or maybe it is what you think it is, and hey, you got an assumption. Hey, but this is what it is. This is what it is. This is life.
Yeah.
These people, bro, don't care nothing about you. They getting themselves in a place of power. You understand?
Yeah. Let me get this scripture right.
Go ahead.
I'm going to this scripture just to show even Jeremiah was he lamented over his people because of this type of stuff. We go into Lamentation, chapter 17. It's chapter 4, verse 17. And it's basically expounding on what we was talking about a little bit ago, how our people always vote for somebody who don't have the best interest in us. Shoot, heck, none of them do. Like, why is we even voting, period? Nobody can come in here and say, we got this out of a vote. We got that. No, that's just a figment of your imagination because we ain't getting nothing out of there. This verse 17, it say, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help and our watching. We have watched for a nation that could not save us. So, bro, Jeremiah was telling, like, dog, he lamenting over this stuff. Like, man, we watching for a nation that can't save. Why can't we just come back to our God? We got a savior. We got a leader to follow. Why is we voting for Barack? Why is we voting for Kamala who cooked greens in the tub, quote unquote?
Hey, remember they had Hillary with the hot sauce?
Oh my goodness!
Remember Hillary Clinton pulled the hot sauce out of her bag and was like, "Yeah, I put hot sauce.
I keep hot sauce with me,
man." And then Kamala did the same thing.
Dog, they playing games, and niggas like, "Yeah, we got one."
Man,
Bill Clinton, the first black president. No, he was a white president. Let's be straight up.
You mean to tell? I guess people memories must, you know, and after 4 years, your memory just, you know, reset. Because how you can't remember how Hillary pulled the hot sauce out, and then Kamala did the same thing. Talking about she cooking greens in the tub, man. I wish. Nick, I'm gonna tell you,
that's nasty as
ain't nobody finna do that at my mama's house, my grandmama's house.
They gonna get slapped across the room. Don't you mess up my goddamn
greens in the tub, man. We take baths in the tub, man.
My goodness.
Your naked behind going in the tub.
Some people even pee in the tub. And you sitting there talking about green, you lying heifer. You lying. But Negroes like, see, she black, she cook greens.
She cook greens. She put them in the tub. That's
a dang
who do that?
I ain't never heard of no crap like that. But they playing with them emotions. And they know, see, these people done watched us for so long. They know exactly how to get us.
Oh, yeah.
They trick you.
I'm gonna tell you, man. A lot of people ain't gonna like what we saying because the spirit over there in America is the spirit of division right now.
And it's patriotic at the same time.
And guess what? We don't care about how you feel. We just gonna put the truth out there. We ain't talking about, and you know, a lot of people are still hurt in their emotions based off of what happened with an election. When it don't matter who in place, you still gonna suffer the way your people been suffering since you got to the America. So you want us to shut up about some things that we can see so that you can continue to live in your delusion.
That's straight up. That's all it is, a delusion. The Matrix. Like we talking about. You leave America, you see the world as a whole nother vision. Like you be like, dang, I ain't never pictured like being like this. Like that's really the Matrix over there. Man, we came out of there, praise the Most High. He gave us the ways and the wheels and we follow or whatever. But the world is completely different from what we seen up in there. It's completely different. Where we at? You're not about to see no dang on trying to think of a word to say so we don't get flagged. But you're not about to see no rainbow parade. Yeah, you're not about to see that over here.
Ain't gonna be no fruit ball parade
None
up the
of that.
street.
You're not about to hear nobody say, not to cut you off.
No, you got it.
All right. You're not about to hear nobody say over here, and this straight up, I ain't heard it yet. You're not about to hear nobody say, oh, a child can be born that way.
Man.
I ain't heard nobody over here say that because they still practice righteous laws over here. Whether it's whatever religion they follow, but they still got some type of biblical law somewhere. Shalom, Carrie.
Yeah, and you ain't gonna see no rainbow colored crosswalks.
Hell no.
You ain't gonna see no rainbow lights shining on no buildings. You ain't gonna see none of that, man. Listen, it's so shunned and looked down upon, the homosexual lifestyle over here, that some of these countries is locking you up for it.
Yeah.
You would go to jail for perpetuating a homosexual lifestyle here.
Shoot, heck, someplace you would get stoned.
You would get stoned. You would get beat to death.
Straight up.
Yeah, that ain't real life over there. What's going on? That's a simulation. It's a simulation over there, and it's starting with these people here. These politicians. These politicians. These people are used to gauge to see what the people's minds are. What do the people want? That's all they there for.
How can we trigger them? How can we move them emotionally? How can we do this, that, etc.? That's straight up.
Right. They want to find out where the people is more so swaying towards. Right. And now they can see a huge division right now. They understand that they closer to civil war than they've ever been.
Oh, most definitely.
Well, not ever been, because there's been civil war.
Yeah.
But since the last civil war, they understand that they're closer to it again than they've ever been.
Sure, heck, they know that. That's why they brought that movie out just last year. What was it called?
Civil War.
And trust me, we're gonna have a little skit from that joint. I'm glad you brought that out.
Yeah.
And they probably in that skit, they probably saying the same thing to us. what kind of Americans are y'all?
You know what I'm saying? To be talking the way you talking.
Yeah.
The ones that believe in the what's the freedom of speech? We the ones that believe in that.
Hey, the president just said it. I'm bringing freedom of speech back, so we're utilizing it.
You better utilize it while you can, because in a minute, them constitutional laws is gonna be moved out the way.
Most there. Most there. Mm-hmm. Most there.
What you thought was your rights. And see, they look at you, Negroes anyway. They look at you anyway, like, who is you to be thinking that you got rights in the first place? Who is you to think you got any rights in the first place? This Constitution, you wasn't here penning this Constitution. You wasn't here signing the names on this Constitution.
Shoot, heck, you ain't even technically a citizen of this country to have part in this Constitution. African descent. So, hey.
But go ahead, you got it? You finished?
Yeah, I'm finished.
So want me to finish this out right here?
What, you read all the other ones?
Yeah.
All right, well then let's go to where the page where we got the other market like this. Where it was talking about when the Republicans.
That's right here.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
right.
My bad.
That's
well, we're
gonna
get into the next segment, like the Ak was saying a little bit ago, that we not for now one of the sides. We just exposing. First, we starting off with where did we start off with this voting thing. Then we going into, like the Ak said, now one of the sides is really for it. So now we about to show that statement.
Can we get this real quick before, because let's show them the relationship between the Democrats and the blacks.
Most definitely.
Right? Yeah. Let's show that, and then we'll read this part. All right.
Let's get
so what's the relationship between the blacks and the Democrats? And let's show you right here. All right. And then we're gonna show you this flip. All right. And this is the same book. This is the same book, The Valley of Dry Bones. All right. From the PhD author, Rudolph Windsor. All right. And so let me read it. It said, it is a fact that many Northerners profited from the slave trade and the exploitation of the blacks and poor whites in the South.
From the top again.
It is a fact that many Northerners profited from the slave trade.
Northerners profit from the slave trade
and the exploitation of the blacks and poor whites in the South. It was the Northern bankers, and see, remember we talked about this earlier, right? It was the Northern bankers and commercial interests who constructed the ships that brought the slaves to America.
The bankers and the commercial interests, basically executives or whatever of that nature, the hierarchies.
It was these same Northern commercial interests that manufactured the chains, fetters, and shackles that bound the hands and feet of the slaves.
So the commercial interests, they manufactured the lockdown stuff, the shackles, the chains. They manufactured it. They had this stuff planned.
The plantation owners shipped much of the cotton, sugar, tobacco, and other raw materials produced by slave labor to the North to be manufactured. Now here we go. History and research shows that the Democratic Party, the Democratic Party,
one more time,
the Democratic Party,
Donald Trump,
the Democratic Party,
George Bush,
Democratic Party,
all right, just make
in the South,
in the South,
and in the North, amassed great wealth from the institution of slavery.
Sound like that said Democrat Party, the same people we running to vote for.
And that's the relationship between blacks and Democrats.
It's slavery.
It's slavery. And this is why they promote the degradation to our people that they do. This is why the abortion they promote. This is why LBGT homosexuality they promote. This is why they promote fathers being out of the house and mothers being in the home to take the government subsidies like they do. Because it's all captivity for us. It's all slavery. And that's why it's so.
That's the relationship to the fullest. There's no getting around that.
And that's history. That's history.
Man, the true history at that. Man.
Right? So now,
Bro, that junk's so crazy.
right. And our people understood that. That's why we didn't deal with the Democrat Party. That's why we dealt with the Republican Party at that time.
Straight out of slavery.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's why we voted Republican, because it seemed as though the Republicans was on our side at that time. So we was like, you know what? Hey, I'm liking what these Republicans is doing for us. Anything but these shackles and chains.
Yeah.
Anything but these shackles and chains.
Yeah.
I don't care if I got a sharecrop. Get me out these shackles and chains.
Check it out. I was just about to get to that, because during them times, I would promise you I was just about to get to that with the sharecropping.
Yeah.
They was like, sure, these still you know what? Go to page 14 right quick. I think that's 14.
Mm-hmm.
These are still ex-slave owners. Let me see. It should say sharecrop. Bam. Read this right quick, because this he just said something key with the sharecropping thing, because it touch on this too. Check it out.
It say, in retrospect, it is obvious that Johnson and his supporters intended to reduce the black man to a status of semi-slavery.
Semi-slave, you somewhat slaves now.
Anything but the shackles and chains,
Anything.
right? Which became known later as peonage.
Peonage.
Or sharecropping.
Or what?
Or sharecropping.
So you somewhat of a slave, and this through sharecropping. Let's get an example of sharecropping.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at Chrysler. I thought I was getting paper. This brother was a truck driver. Thought we was getting paper.
Right.
In reality, the company is really getting all the money. We're just getting a pinch of it. I'm gonna share a little bit of my crop with you.
You got shares.
I got shares.
You got a share in the company.
A share.
Right? But you ain't getting a fraction
of what they was getting.
Exactly.
This company making $2-3 billion a year. I'm only making 90,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. And you thinking you own something. Yeah, this is my land.
Mm-hmm.
No, you sharecropping, young man.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Read some more of that, because I think it's going to go into that.
All right. It says, which became known later as peonage or sharecropping, and to pardon the ex-slave holders so that they could hold public office in the South and congressional seats.
Who holding them seats?
Ex-slave holders.
Ex-slave holders is holding what kind of seats? It said
congressional seats,
Congress,
public office,
and public office.
Mm-hmm.
Those are ex-slave owners that's in them positions,
mm-hmm.
and it trickles down to their
children. They children, all the way on down.
I remember growing up, we used to ask, how your parents get in that seat? How your parents get in this position? Because it was passed down.
Yeah, nepotism. And see, this is why they still believe, and this is why they still understand that we slaves here mentally, because we continue to cycle every 4 years. Every 4 years, you run into the polls thinking something to change for you.
Mm-hmm.
Every 4 years, that is insanity.
Yeah.
Insanity is doing what? The same thing, expecting different results.
Yeah.
That's insanity. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
You don't know who your enemy is because you don't even know who you are.
Mm-hmm. You looking at us like we the enemy. Look, these niggas, they talking about bro. We not the enemy. We here trying to warn you,
man.
The enemy is the one that's Puff Daddy on BET is the enemy. Talking about go vote or die. Man, that's the enemy. That's what. And I was gonna get to that. They use our own people to push that crap. Hey, you get out there. You better tell your people to do what I say, or you gonna be punished as well as them.
Hey, I'm telling you what God telling you.
Most definitely.
The Most High told us don't put another people over us.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, we were never to have another nation over us.
Okay.
All right, that's our law. Mm-hmm. But we going to do it anyway. Why? And then we expect those people to be for our turn.
Results.
We're not getting nothing from them.
Exactly.
You don't see other nations being like, oh yeah, no, they just go to their own country. They ain't coming to no America thinking they finna get benefits under a Edomite or European construct. They don't think they finna get nothing from that. They only do commerce. They come and do business and they roll out. That's it.
Most definitely.
Our people want to put all our eggs. We want to drop everything into the American basket.
Exactly.
As though we benefited from. We never benefited from this system ever.
And when we did benefit, what they do, drop a bomb on them. And I'm not saying that's what happened. When we was benefiting, they dropped a bomb on them.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, Black Wall Street,
mm-hmm.
Rosewood, No, there's a couple of more situations. Heck, BMF said, "No, let me stop."
Yeah, man. They drop
the bomb on themselves.
Yeah, they drop. They when they see us. But see, that's powerful though. See, our people like to say this, especially those brothers and sisters who understand that they Israelites, right? We'll try to say this. We'll say, "Hey, man, they scared of us. They fearing us because we this and that. They're not fearing you, man. They feared those people they dropped bombs on.
That's why they dropped
because whatever their ideology, whatever their thoughts was concerning whatever doctrine or whatever, however they was living, they had an understanding that there was one people and they was going to build from there.
And they was unified. They had their own hospitals, on airports, airplanes, on schools, on stores. They ain't have to go nowhere to get nothing. Exactly. It was all in here. What we need to do as a people.
Ain't nobody fearing you divided. Ain't nobody afraid of you divided. The fear happens when they see us coming as one and building. Mm-hmm. That's where the fear come in at. Yeah. Because there ain't a nation on earth that numbers us. Mm-hmm. It ain't a nation, it ain't a people on earth that got the numbers we got. So when they see us in the remnant gathering, it's a threat to the other nations. That's when they're afraid. Mm-hmm. They ain't scared of you going to Sabbath class every Saturday.
They're not.
They ain't scared of you wearing fringes.
Sunday church.
Yeah, they ain't scared of you going to Sunday church, wearing fringes, putting on a mitri. They ain't scared of that.
What they scared of us, unified, coming together, being up under one umbrella.
I think we scared of that too.
I think it is. That's real talk.
I think we scared of that too.
That's real talk. Man, I ain't think about that. But I think that's exactly what it is. Scared of that. We scared of that.
Yeah.
Scared to love each other.
We scared. We are prideful people. We scared we gonna lose something that we ain't even got. We ain't even got nothing. We scared we gonna lose something by allowing, others around.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And it shows in the last podcast we did, right? Where we was talking about what was the last set tripping in the truth, right? You got all these brothers who set tripping on each other, sect S-E-C-T, sect tripping because your church ain't my church, your gathering ain't mine, your clique ain't this, brother. You dealing with a spirit of
division.
You dealing with a spirit of respect of persons.
That too, yeah.
That's what you dealing with. You dealing with a spirit of respect of persons, and that's your issue. That'll always be your issue, and that's why you won't be counted in the number.
Straight up.
You won't be. You won't be.
Straight up. Spirit of selfishness. Man, there's so many spirits with them.
Yeah.
Hatred.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
But they got we got the word though. We got the word. Satan got the word.
That's
Satan
true.
know the word.
That's true.
He know the word, and he tremble when he hear it. But guess what? This is crazy, man. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off of where we going. I know we don't, man. I done got a little angry. I done got a little because it makes me angry, dog. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing. And then every 4 years, we get even more divided based off of two people from other nations.
Exactly.
You don't even belong to our people, and we being divided based off of what you saying you gonna do. And ain't never got nothing in play for us. What about when Ice Cube went to go holler at these presidents concerning the plan for black people?
Yep.
And nothing ever came through. Nobody wanted to talk to Ice Cube. But y'all voted for, and Joe Biden didn't want to talk to him, but y'all voted for him anyway.
And I bet you if he would have had some people like us to back him up when he went on a large scale, I bet you they wouldn't have no choice but to speak.
Yeah.
And talk to him and sit down.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, we can't come together. It's everybody for themselves when it comes to our nation or our community or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna vote this side. You go do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
And to a degree, you can blame the other nations for it, right? Because what happens is we begin to look at the other nations and say, yeah, they did a great job at doing this with us and that with us. But this was happening with us before the nations came, and this is why we went into captivity in the first place.
Perfect time for it.
That's the reason we went into captivity in the first place. It had nothing to do. This ain't got nothing to do with the other nations. This is how we operate.
Yeah. Straight up.
This is our issue. This is our problem.
That's real talk.
Was you done with this here too?
Yeah, I just wanted to show that sharecropping and stuff like that.
All right.
Because like you said, like we ain't got nothing but, for one, we like the poorest people on earth right now at this moment. But we get in a little position or have a little job or whatever it is, and then we'll boast against our own people. We'll act like we more better than them. Hey, I'm on this side of the vote. You on that side of the wing. You the red wing. I'm the blue wing. Red light, green light. Knick knack, patty whack. Give a dog a bone. Like, bro, man, we the same people, bro.
Yeah,
they ain't about to do nothing for us. Like the Ox said, man, that's the reason why they're in this position over us anyway, because we always want to put them over us. Man, the Most High used to talk directly to us as a nation, but we want to be the ones who say, I want to be like the nations. I want Saul, put somebody over us. Tell the Most High to put somebody over us. We're going to get this later, too. I ain't going to go in there right now because we still got some information to go into this book. But we're going to bring that scripture out later on to show that the Most High dealt with us directly, but we wanted to be ignorant and go straight to, and do like the nations, basically. We want to vote for somebody to be over us. The Most High, like, bro, I'm dealing with y'all direct. Like, what is y'all doing? Why would y'all want to do that?
Who better than me?
It's like, who better than me? I'm the one who blessed y'all to come up out of Egypt. I'm the one who blessed y'all to come up out of Persia. I'm the one who blessed y'all to come up out of Babylon. I'm the one who blessed y'all to come out of America. But y'all want to go after these other nations, like y'all tweaking.
Yeah,
that's what the Most High saying. Y'all tweaking. Like, man, but yeah, you can get the next.
I'm gonna get this here.
Yeah.
This is page 27. It says, during the Republican administrations, they abolished slavery and gave the black man citizenship.
Read that part again.
During the Republican administrations, they abolished slavery. But they Democrat, right? All right, but anyway, during the Republican administrations, they abolished slavery and gave the black man citizenship.
Gave them citizenship
and the right to vote.
And the right to vote. But that shows what I was saying with the Constitution when it was saying if you're of African descent, that you're technically not a U.S. citizen. That shows right there is when they got citizenship. Yeah.
This 100 years, 99 years after 1776, when they originally signed the Declaration of Independence and put all these things into place.
So till then, we still wasn't citizens. Come on, y'all.
All right. It says they even passed a civil rights bill that permitted black people to ride in public conveyances and to enter hotels, inns, and public amusements.
Man, our people wasn't even allowed to go to the park.
Man.
A hotel, I can't sleep in a bed.
You couldn't ride public transportation, bro.
Until you was a citizen. That let you know, bro. We hang ourselves.
It says because of the liberality of the Republican Party, blacks were zealously dedicated to the Republicans.
Wait, read that part one more again.
Because of the liberality of the Republican Party, blacks were zealously dedicated to the Republicans.
They were dedicated to the Republicans because they was the ones who was really helping. They gave them citizenship. They gave them ways to go in the hotel, get on public transportation, even go to the park.
Listen, it say they voted the Republican ticket with religious fervor, just like we doing the Democrat ticket now. We go up in there, punch Democrat. Don't even know what you don't even know the policy.
That's crazy.
But this is what we did in the past. We went Republican, don't even know the policy. We just Republican, all down the line. All right. It say Mr. Bennett and Mr. Foster tell us that any black in those days who voted the Democratic ticket was treated like a traitor. Y'all hear that? Any black person in those days that voted Democrat was treated like a traitor. It's the same thing these days. any black that votes Republican is treated like a traitor. You see that? See how it flipped? You see that? Yeah, it flipped. You know? And yeah, so we was treated like traitors if we were to deal with the Democrat Party, right? All right, so let me continue. By the way, black people did not become diehard Democrats. Listen to this. Black people, you didn't become Democrats until this. Listen, black people did not become diehard Democrats until the Franklin D. Roosevelt administration. You see that? Black people didn't become Democrats until Franklin D. Roosevelt. This was, I believe, in the 40s. In the 40s, black people became Democrat. If I'm not mistaken, Franklin D. That might have been his daddy, Teddy. I got to get them years together, but I think Franklin D. was in the 40s, if I ain't mistaken. But anyway, it says the records reveal that black registration and voting exceeded 85% in the Republican Party. You see that? 85%, over 85, because it exceeded 85%. Over 85% of our people at one point in time voted Republican religiously. All right, let me see. It says after the national elections of 1872 and 1876, the Republican Party showed less and less interest in the enforcement of civil rights. They abandoned the black man to the, listen to this though, because like I told you, I'm not on neither side. I'm just showing you how they can sway us. They sway us. They control us through our traumas. They use our traumas to control us. Either way, this is Satan. You know what I'm saying? To keep us still, to keep us in one place. But it says, after the national elections of 1872 and 1876, the Republican Party showed less and less interest in the enforcement of civil rights. You see that? So now they don't even care about our rights no more. It says they abandoned the black man to the whims of his arch enemies. So they abandoned the black man for his arch enemies. Now, who is his arch enemies? It says the wizards of the invisible empire of the Ku Klux Klan. How and why did this happen? Right? So our people were traded, right, by the Republican Party. Right? So now Franklin D. Roosevelt come along. Now we dealing with the Democrats now. Yeah. We don't even want to deal with the Republicans no more. But both of them, see, the Democrats got their money with the bankers based off of slavery. And the Republicans begin to deal with the KKK. So the KKK began to become the Republicans. Those people setting the politics for the Republican side. The lobbyists, those big business owners and things of that sort that pay off and can gain and get interest going in their way.
The people that was going in with the slave ships. Them.
Exactly. So what happened was the Democrats said, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna put on the Republican hat. Now since they want to vote for them, we ain't getting nothing going our way. These Negroes is gaining all of these laws. Let me go on this side and have them just say I'm a Republican, have them vote for me. And so neither side is for your turn
at all.
Neither side. This is what we're trying to tell you. Neither side is for your turn.
And then it said it gave them to their enemy, or didn't it say the enemy or something like that, which was the KKK, right?
Yeah.
So what came with the KKK was that Christianity, right? When who's that? The pastors was praying over. Was that?
That was Donald Trump. That was Trump. They was praying over,
bro.
I thought I heard an animal behind us.
The bushes. Hey, y'all. Once again, we in the bushes for real. It's still civilization, but you know, little bush. But anyway, with the KKK came that religion, and as well as with that religion, it came these certain votes that you had to partake in.
Right.
And we got these gatekeepers that's supposed to be protecting the community, misleading the community. Y'all better go out here and do. We're gonna pray over him that the Lord bless him to get in office, and he gonna do for us as others have done to us as well.
Yeah.
Basically, he gonna do to us as others have done. And it's sad because the people that's supposed to be protecting us, the ones who's really misleading us. That's why Jeremiah was lamenting, because we had people in positions that wasn't doing right by us.
Right. And right now, and the crazy part, right now, we got a Republican in office right now that a lot of our people, a lot of our people were swayed back in the direction of this guy. Right? We talking about Donald Trump. Everybody know that. But before, we had a Democrat in offices who was named, Joe Biden. We know this guy, right? But now we got this guy Donald Trump in there, and everybody think that he getting ready to come and save the day. Oh, he getting ready to bring, he finna America. We got time now. We got this, and we got all of these things. The judgment is set back because Donald Trump is here, right? No. Donald Trump is gonna bring the pain, and he's starting it already. This is what y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what's being put forth in place right now. And we're gonna give it to you, right? We got a Republican in place. Now we don't care either way.
At all.
We don't care either way.
At all.
But let's break down what this guy getting ready to do, right? When Joe Biden had his term in office, you had an influx of so-called illegal aliens into the United States from the Mexico-American border, right? An influx to a number that I don't even think they understand, right?
They don't.
So what is the solution for that? Let's get the solution. Let's show them the solution for that.
Click it.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Shoot, I need to get this one right. Let's get the solution. We're gonna show y'all their solution.
Their solution.
The Trump plan.
Don't forget, everybody that's in here, I'll pray to the Most High for y'all. Good looking for showing love. Hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, hit something, just help us spread this message, man. We ain't trying to be popular or famous. We just trying to do the worst, the best of our ability, spread the word or whatever.
Have you ever wondered why?
Yeah.
We blowing the trumpet the best way we can. So, like the Ox said, we going into showing what's the purpose of all this immigration.
Let's get this real quick, because this right here shows something. It shows a lot. They saying a lot, but they're not saying what they saying. We're gonna break down what they saying from this video right here. All right. They saying a whole lot, but I don't think our people really would hear this to understand what they saying. All right. So let's play the video, and we're gonna interpret as we go along what they saying.
Also tonight, immigrant communities across Texas and the nation are trying to figure out their futures as President Donald Trump begins to make major changes to immigration policy and enforcement.
In just the last 48 hours, the administration shut down an app that helps migrants seeking asylum enter the country legally. President Trump also signed an executive order that would end birthright citizenship, which is protected by the Constitution. More than 20 blue-led states are challenging that order, with the first court hearing tomorrow.
The Trump administration is also saying that federal agents can carry out immigration arrests at schools, churches, and hospitals. Those places had been largely protected zones since 2011. So there are many questions swirling around the changes, including if all of them are legal.
ABC 13's Daniela Hurtado live now to break down the concerns and what experts are saying tonight. Daniela?
Good evening. As we talk to immigration advocates, they tell us about a wave of worry. They say many have questions about what exactly could be coming and how soon it could all take effect.
With more than 48 hours in office, President Donald Trump is rolling out orders and policies that could impact.
They said what exactly could be coming, right? And exactly how soon. We're going to show y'all what's coming. We're going to break down everything they saying in this in a document that we have. We have a document that we're going to go into to show y'all exactly what they saying without saying it. And matter of fact, they actually saying it. It's just that we don't understand what they're saying. All right, so we're gonna go into this, but let's finish this video.
Impact thousands of people across the country and here in Houston.
A lot of people with questions, a lot of people with a lot of worries.
Cesar Espinosa is the director of the immigration rights nonprofit group Fiel. He says his clients right now are looking for guidance and answers on the president's new orders.
Some of these orders go into effect right away. Others will go into effect in a week or so, others in a month.
An order expected to go into place in 30 days is halting birthright citizenships of children of undocumented parents.
If you activists concerned about the impact of President Trump's immigration policy, let's deal with it, because a lot of people act as though these two parties, Democrat and Republican, we act as though that these are so different,
separate or something,
right? Yeah. We're going to show you that this plan is bigger than Democrat and Republican. All right, what they got going on right now when it comes to the immigrants who are in the country at this point and the ones that are being removed at this point, because they're already in places like Michigan getting down.
Yeah.
They're already kicking in doors and stuff and getting people out the way. Where are they taking these people to? We're going to show you that too. This is what we're talking about, right? Everybody think, oh man, this is going to be just great. Donald Trump is coming back, make America great. Let's see. And we ain't for neither one
at all. Once again,
both sides have always let us down. As a people, we need to stand on our own and build our own nation. The kingdom is within us. The kingdom is in us.
Yeah.
It ain't out there. The other nations can't build a kingdom for us. They will with their hands. They're gonna build it with their hands. But we got to understand it.
Most definitely.
But anyway, let's finish it.
You were physically born here. You are a citizen of the United States, and that decision has gone unchallenged for 130 years.
Constitutional law expert Seth Chandler says that's until now.
If President Trump wants to change immigration law, he needs to do it the right way, and the right way is a constitutional amendment.
And we're going to show you also why he don't care about the Constitution when he dealing with this. We're going to show you all of this. Why don't Trump care about the Constitution when he's going forward when dealing with this?
Right.
We're going to show you why.
2 states are pushing back on this executive order as at least 2 lawsuits have been filed calling the move unconstitutional.
We are definitely worried about the stance that the conservative Supreme Court could take now.
I'll see you in court.
Experts say this battle will now go into the courts.
I don't think, however, that the courts are going to back him up on this.
A new Trump policy is also allowing ICE agents to arrest undocumented immigrants at safe locations like schools and churches.
HISD does not have a policy, and there has
not. It's big though. Where they going up in the schools and churches. They know you're gonna be up in the Sunday service. They're like, man, let's go. We're gonna yank them out because the whole family gonna be up in there on church. We about to go yank them out.
That's what they do. They go and get them from church.
Yeah, boy.
Been any guidance.
A concern she's taking directly to the school district. The children at risk.
Another thing I didn't think about as well. If they go into the school, they yanking the kids. They yanking the kids out, and the parents like that. So they just going to getting kids. We're gonna show you at the school. We're gonna show you why this is he's able to do this too, without anything with the Constitution. Now I know some people may look and say, "Hey, these are illegal immigrants." Are they? Are all of these illegal immigrants that are being taken? Are they? But even so, now we making a big thing concerning this when it comes to these policies that's going forth, because these policies have always affected anything that they put in place, right?
Right.
It always begins to affect the population. It always begins to affect the population. So what's going to happen? Eventually, these things that are being ignored within the Constitution will affect you as well. But they had to get you to agree with it. But see, that's what the immigrants is for. The immigrants was brought forth so that you can agree with these policies that's going to be pushed forth against them first, but against you next.
Exactly. And that's why we're making a statement about what the books say about Negroes start voting religiously. I'm gonna just do Democrat, 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 Democrat. Not even knowing what you voting for. You just going up in there. It's going to affect you because of that right there. You're not knowing what you voting for, but you just doing it because he's a Democrat.
Exactly.
Let's keep them Republicans out of the seat. Man, hey.
It always happened like that.
Yeah.
The organization reports there are more than 100,000 undocumented students across Texas. HISD telling ABC 13 this afternoon the district will comply with the law as they are required. A spokesperson says the district will continue to educate all students regardless of their immigration status. Daniela Hurtado, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Yeah. All right. All right, so y'all see that? So these are the policies. All right, these are the policies that are, well, not policies. This is what we're seeing right now that's going forward, that Trump is pushing. And these are his policies, right? All right, so why is he able to do it? You understand? Like, why is Trump able to do these things without
any backlash or pushback?
Yeah, without any, because not even the backlash. Why is he able to just ignore the Constitution like that? Right. Well, let us introduce you to what they call, right, Rex 84.
1984.
Right? Let us introduce you to this. For those who don't understand, stick around. All right, this is something that was put in place in 1984. Right, it's called the something, I forget what it is, exercise. Right, yeah. They'll tell you what it is within the video, but watch this video, and we're gonna explain to you
exactly
through actual document that we have. All right, but right here, let's just listen to what they got to say concerning Rex 84.
Reagan was elected to the presidency. He installed Louis Giuffrida as head of FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Giuffrida was an old cold warrior from Reagan's California days whose specialty was suppression of unrest and dissent. Giuffrida, North, and George Bush began to turn FEMA into an instrument of domestic anti-terrorism.
You're dealing with a group of people in the Reagan administration who equated political dissent with treason and who cannot differentiate between emergency procedures, which I think everyone agrees are necessary, and suppressing political dissent. And with North and Poindexter and Casey, you had a group of people who saw Americans who disagree with them as the enemy.
Colonel North, in your work at...
So with these people, they said you got people who feel as though Americans that disagree with you are the enemy. Okay? This is where it's at. We're going to continue.
And then he said with treason, right?
With treason.
Check it out. For those who don't know what treason is, this is the definition of treason. That's why when he was talking, I started typing because I was like, let me get this for folks. Because this is key right here. Treason. First definition. The crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill or overthrow the sovereign or government. So that kind of goes with this. Why 1984 was set up. Rex 1984 was set up.
Yeah. And it's some documents that say that actually. So we gonna when we go ahead after we read, remember I told y'all those documents we got, it's gonna say exactly that. But it's not gonna say treason, but it's gonna say what it's
basically say the same thing. Let's get some of the French English down here. Middle English from Angola, Norma, French treason from Latin tradition, handing over. Somebody don't want to hand over something. From the verb trader.
Trader, there you go.
Trader. I'm gonna say it like that. But that first definition key: the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill or overthrow the sovereign or government. Treason.
And we're going to show you why that's important. Like a lot of people thinking like, yeah, we should get rid of the immigrants. Now, listen, anybody that's dealing illegally, hey, I got the same thoughts. But at the same time, are they really there illegally if that was their country in the first place?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
the
saying?
ones who saying that they illegal usually be the ones who
the
illegals.
And then it was that lady talking about we were once strangers in land here. No, you still a stranger in that land. You still a stranger there. You don't belong there. All right. So let's finish with this video.
The NSC, were you not assigned at one time to work on plans for the continuity of government in the event of a major disaster? Mr. Chairman.
I believe that question touches upon a highly sensitive and classified area, so may I request that you not touch upon that, sir.
I was particularly concerned, Mr. Chairman, because I read in Miami papers and several others that there had been a plan developed by that same agency, a contingency plan in the event of emergency that would suspend the American Constitution. And I was deeply concerned about it and wondered if that was the area in which he had...
So he said there's a plan to suspend the American Constitution. He said he heard about that. And guess what? Remember, the guy that just said that on the news, he said Trump would have to bring something that would be able to deal with it based on the Constitution. Right? Could Trump be the one to implement Rex 84? Could he be? Could he be? I think he will be.
I think it sounds like it.
And we're going to show you.
It worked. I believe that it was.
May I most respectfully request that that matter not be touched upon at this stage. If we wish to get into this, I'm certain arrangements can be made for an executive session.
And tragically, the only member who got close was Jack Brooks, and he was stopped by the chairman.
You see that? Stopped by the chairman.
So it sounds like this Rex 84 is set up to protect something or someone.
Exactly.
Because that treason was a key word. A lot of folks didn't even catch that. I caught that as soon as he said it. As soon as he said it, I caught that. Jack.
Exactly. And it's crazy. And what's crazy is, pop that right on up. Yeah, and what's crazy, you know, it's documents out here with the information on it. And these things is real. The so-called Rex 84 situation, this is real. This ain't fake. We just watched a council hall in a Senate meeting, right, in 1984 where they was talking about it. Right, that was real. But what did they do? They shut him down. They shut my man's down. But let's see what they got on file as far as documentation. Let's see what they got on file.
Got on file. Hit the subscribe, the like, whatever y'all can. Thank y'all for coming in. Praise the Most High. Let's get it.
All right, so this is from academia.education. All right. The Rex 84 program. All right. And I didn't download the PDF, so we just gonna read it straight from the website. All right. The Rex 84 program, established on the reasoning that if a mass exodus of illegal aliens crossed the Mexican-U.S. border, they would be quickly rounded up and detained in detention centers by FEMA.
By who?
By FEMA.
That FEMA, y'all keep that in mind. Don't forget about that, because remember, in that Rex 84 video, who's that? Roosevelt, whoever the president was at that time, assigned that white dude who was the head of
that
FEMA.
was Nixon.
Nixon assigned that white dude who was the head of FEMA. Come on.
Rex 84 allowed many military bases to be closed down and to be turned into prisons.
Bases are being closed down, turned into prison. I just seen something earlier about that.
Listen in. Y'all can look these operations up. Google them as we speak them. Operation Cable Splicer and the Garden Plot are the two sub-programs which will be implemented once the Rex 84 program is initiated for its proper purpose. Listen to these things. Garden Plot is the program to control the population. Cable Splicer is the program for an orderly takeover of the state and local governments by the federal government. FEMA is the executive arm of the coming police state and thus will head up all operations. The presidential executive orders already listed on the Federal Register also are part of the legal framework of this operation.
Well, it sounds like it's just gonna be a big ass army just holding everybody hostage, basically.
Bro, they got it in place to where the first one, the Garden Plot, controls the population. So how you controlling the population?
You want to see?
You know what I'm saying?
That goes to the what's it called? Hold up, we about to get that. How they controlling the population? Hold that. Don't go nowhere. It's something called the Insurrection Act.
Okay, Insurrection Act. All right, let's get it. Right now we can get it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We can get it.
Don't forget what it just said, because we going back to there too. But this just showing how they're going to control the population. And this bill actually was just passed a few months before Biden got out of the joint, out of the office, out of the White House, whatever you want to call it. This bill just was passed, the Insurrection Act. Everybody take notes of this stuff and look into it, man. We could have went to that first joint.
I'm trying to go to the bill, but it's cool.
Okay. I think that's cool. It might be in there.
This the bill, the Insurrection Act of 1807.
Yep. That's it.
All right, let's get it.
The Insurrection Act of 1807. It's going to show how they're going to control the population.
Oh, snap.
And if Most High will, we're going to find that bill and put it in here too. You know what? While he doing this, I'm going to find it and I'm going to put it in the chat.
All right, the Insurrection Act of 1807. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is a United States federal law that empowers the President of the United States to deploy the U.S. military and federalized National Guard troops within the United States. Within the United States.
They said put some National Guards within the United States.
And federalized troops.
And federalized troops.
And the U.S. military. It says, in particular circumstances, such as to suppress civil disorder, insurrection, or rebellion. So this is the military against the people.
Against the people. What is they rebelling against?
Right. and what does the Constitution do? The Constitution protects the people against the government. Yeah. So when you remove the Constitution out the way, now the people have no protection. Ain't no protection. Yeah, drop that in the chat box. It says the act provides a statutory exception to the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878, which limits the use of military personnel under federal command or law enforcement purposes within the United States. Before invoking the powers under the Act 10 U.S.C. 254 requires the president to publish a proclamation ordering the insurgents to disperse as part of the Posse Comitatus Act. These provisions have since been amended.
It said it been amended. What do amend mean?
That means it's over.
Okay, now go back out. We about to see if it's over. No, just back up right here. Just go back or hit the arrow once. Yep. Now type in 2024. We're gonna see if this stuff is a man. Right there. It just so happened to pop up. That right there. Was it a man? Did it stop? Did they cut this out? It should say scroll down a little bit.
It say 11 latest action.
It's 7/11/2024.
All right, so we're at
What did I just click? Let me tell you. All information. It should say all information somewhere.
Okay.
You can see it right here.
Okay, that's okay right here. I see it. I see it. I see it right here.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay. Yeah.
All right. So what you looking at?
Scroll down. What they say right there? Official title as introduction.
A bill to provide limited authority to use the armed forces to suppress insurrection or rebellion and quell domestic violence.
So was it?
Damn, for domestic violence.
That's my
They're
point.
gonna use the armed forces for domestic violence.
violence.
Well, maybe they're talking about domestic on a. No, that's too vague, bro.
Nah.
That's too vague, man. Nah, that's too vague. Nah.
But people would, and then you can go to all action.
Yeah. It say it was read twice by the Committee on Armed Forces by the Senate.
Gonna have more right there.
All right, it says, that's it. That's it. But that's what the bill is. That's what the bill is there for.
Exactly.
A bill to provide limited authority to use, but it says limited. Now, how limited are they talking? And why do the armed forces need to suppress domestic violence?
Exactly.
Now, is this talking about domestic violence as far as
and house type stuff? Or?
No. Civilians, domestic, right? As far as civilians, that's what it's saying, or is it talking about domestic in-house?
I think it's civilians
Because that's too vague. That's
sure
too. It's a vague statement, but
I'm sure it's something that it said. But the point is, it said it since been amended in that last joint. But this showing that it's still going. And the latest update was 7/11/2024, right?
Yeah.
So hey, it ain't been amended. Don't fall for that junk.
Yeah, no, they got it back on the flow.
It's out there.
It's back on the flow, and guess what? It's gonna be picked up, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you why right here. Let's finish this out with the Rex 84.
Mm-hmm.
It say the camps. Now we're going back to the FEMA camps, right?
Yep.
It says, and see, a lot of people don't believe that these things exist, but where are they putting these immigrants? They going to the schools, they're going to the churches and all of these. Where are they putting these people, placing these people? Because it ain't like they just shipping them straight out the country.
Exactly.
They got to be placed first,
somewhere,
and then processed and figured out where they belong, and then that's where they go.
Chipped. I mean,
yeah, straight up.
No, for real though. But don't forget, it also said that they were shutting down what to turn into prisons, shutting down army bases.
Right.
But I know where you're going. I ain't putting the cart before the horse. That's just a reminder for those who might have forgot that part.
Exactly. And here we go. Let's finish it out. It says, the camps all have railroad facilities as well as roads leading to and from the detention facilities. Many also have an airport nearby. The majority of the camps can house a population of 20,000 prisoners. Currently, the 20,000, and that's small compared to what I've seen.
Yeah.
It says currently the largest of these facilities is just outside of Fairbanks, Alaska. The Alaskan facility is a massive mental institution facility.
So check this out.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off. If these are illegal immigrants for like Mexico and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Why the freak they going way up to Alaska?
Right.
You can just send them right. Hey, I'm sure there's little processing joints right
but
there.
But not even that. Why are they even near Alaska? They coming from Mexico. It's hot. Ain't nobody trying to go up to no Alaska. It say the Alaskan facility is a massive mental health facility and can hold approximately 2 million people.
Mental health
facility. 2 million people at a facility. 2 million people. It's cities that don't have that kind of population.
Straight up.
2 million people
in one facility. Then it said a mental facility like that. So who knows what's
going on up in there?
Man.
It say, all right, now let's review the justification for any actions taken. Now here's the justification that they'll give you for the actions that'll be taken. And we bringing this forth not because we're on the side of the immigrants, not because we're on the side of the Democrat, not because we're on the Democrat side of the Republican. None of that. We bringing this out because we're on the side of our people, and we believe that our people should understand these things. Okay? All right, so here it is. Now let's review the justification for any actions taken. executive orders associated with FEMA that would suspend the Constitution and bill. Listen to that.
Suspend the Constitution.
Remember, my man said that in the meeting, the Senate meeting.
Yeah.
And then you had the dude on the news station. He said if Trump gonna do it, he need to do it based on the Constitution and not suspend it. Right? This is Rex 84 that y'all getting ready to see. It says executive orders associated with FEMA that would suspend the Constitution and Bill of Rights. These executive orders have been on record for nearly 30 years and could be over 30 years and could be enacted by the stroke of a presidential pen. What did we see Trump do on the first day he got in?
He's just signing bills.
He was stroking that pen, wasn't he?
We just seen in the last video he was just stroking the pen.
He was stroking that joint. No, did he? Executive order. All right, here it is. This is the first one. Executive order. I'm not going to name the orders. I'm just going to tell y'all. I'm just going to go in order. It says the first one allows the government to take over modes of transportation and control of highways and seaports. Number 2.
Sound like shutdown somehow.
Allows the government to seize and control the communication media.
Sound like no talking to one another.
Cell phones, computers, laptops, whatever you got that you can communicate with, the government is seized. The third one allows the government to take over all electrical power, gas, petroleum, fuels, and minerals.
Ooh, sound like a dark winter. Remember a couple of years ago they were saying that?
Dark winter. And not only just a dark winter, total takeover.
Yeah.
Because if you're not in compliance of what they say, remember, if you against what they believe, then you against the system. You're a treason. You're committing treason. It's not the country no more. It's the politicians if you don't agree with.
And that's what the treason, like you said, that was that treason.
So that's total takeover. All right. So the next one, it says allows the government to seize all means of transportation, including personal cars, trucks, or vehicles of any kind, and total control over all highways, seaports, and waterways.
No boats, no nothing.
No nothing. You're gonna be stuck.
I'm waiting for that one. That one gonna
I know what you want. Allows the government to take over all food resources and farms.
It sounds like the first. That sounds like the first rule to the art of war.
That's war there.
Yeah.
Taking over food, resources, and farms.
You can't eat, you weak. You can't fight.
The next one allows the government to mobilize civilians into work brigades under government supervision. You know, chain gang. Man, hey, look, we going on over here. We about to have you doing this.
Sound like the work squad right there.
Yeah, we got you. You gonna be under our supervision, and we gonna pay you whatever we gonna pay you.
I'm tired,
man.
Hey, boss, he said he tired. Well, tell him the state of Mississippi.
Hey, but people don't believe this is true. Y'all better come up out of Babylon.
Come up out of there.
Y'all better get up out of there, man. Because all of these things are going to happen, and it's going to be against the civilians. They've allowed the immigrants to come into the country first so that they can perpetrate this first on them. But once this is set, it's set.
Maybe that's the test run.
You know,
it's gonna work on them.
Yeah.
So when we put it on the other people, we know exactly what to do when they react.
Yeah. Once this is set, it's set. Ain't no bringing it back.
Yeah, most definitely.
Once they say the Constitution, move it out the way. You think they're gonna bring it back? Because the Constitution protects you from them.
So now they setting up something to protect them from
you.
The treason.
Exactly.
Remember, we just read that. That's why we read that definition. Yep. Come on.
All right. So, all right. Hit the next one. It says allows the government to take over all health, education, and welfare functions. Dang. So you
sick?
You got to go to them. Education to them.
To them.
Welfare, whatever you need, as far as food provisions, you got to go to them.
Yep.
Designated. The next one designates the Postmaster General to operate a national registration of all persons. What's that? Passports. Your digital passport. That is your digital passport.
And that's already working. That's already in effect with that. It sounds like they're doing this in increments.
Yeah.
I'm listening to some of this stuff. Like some things done happened already.
Yeah.
We've been hearing this one for some time now. Digital passport.
it says, the next one, allows the government to take over all airports and aircrafts, including commercial aircraft. So you think you're going to fly up out of the Babylon at this point? You think you're finna get up out of there? Once this start going down?
Think it's going to be a mass exodus once this start going down? Those of us who know the truth, whatever you want to call it, you better take this opportunity now and get up out of there. There's not about to be no mass exodus like we thinking it is. We got all this time. Why wait until the last damn minute? This is the one I was waiting for right here. For real. This is the one I was waiting for because our people was brainwashed with this bull crap.
Hey, man, look here, man. Hey, man, look. If I can't get a plane, what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to just
hop on a spaceship.
Man, a spaceship going to come. You know what I'm saying?
Or something. Somebody going to pull me through. Hey.
You know, and this, like, we making light of this. But it ain't funny, man. This is real.
It's real. Yeah.
This real, man. This ain't no joke.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? You gonna hey, you scared? You scared? And see, that's what I put something on Facebook the other day. I was like, y'all scared to come over here, and somebody gonna jump on there trying to check me about what I said.
That's your walk.
You understand me? You can't check me for what I said. I'm saying what the Most High said.
That's your walk.
I'm saying what the Most High. He told you to come up out of.
I was just about to get to that. Like we were talking about. If we all believe in the same word, that's your walk too.
Exactly.
You've just been indoctrinated or blinded or whatever. I don't know what it is, but that's your walk too.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, if we all believe in the same God, the same word, the same Savior.
All right, this one it says, and I'll read that one again.
Yeah.
This one, this executive order, this is 11003. Type it up, executive order 11003. Google it. It says allows the government to take over all airports and aircrafts, including commercial aircrafts. This is America. This is what America has become.
And then it say now I'm thinking about something, take over all airports and aircraft, all aircraft. You got people saying we got pilots too. Bro, all of them gonna be taken.
And where they gonna fly out of? Because it say all airports.
Exactly.
Where they coming out? Where they flying out of?
You ain't in the bushes doing. You can't put trees in the way.
Man.
Israel, take this opportunity to get the heck on.
Right.
Don't sit there and wait till the last minute.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And see, they tickle your fancy. They tickle your fancy and they're making you feel like, oh yeah, he for us. They for us, this and that. Right? They ain't for you. They ain't for you.
Yeah. And what we're doing is showing, once again, like back when we got the little history up at the beginning of this, how Republicans was once for us, and they turned their backs on us. Democrats turned their backs on. This the same thing because this up under Trump. So he's a Republican. So this showing that we ain't with no side. We just exposing, doing this in an orderly fashion.
Yeah.
Like, man, bruh, this executive order is gonna get a lot of people in them camps that we've been learning about for many, many years.
Look at this. Executive order 11003. Let me pull that out real quick. All right. And who did this?
Whoa.
Kennedy.
The man that was for black people, right?
Yeah, let me pull it out. And see, this is the thing here. Right? Y'all see this? Executive Order 11003, assigning emergency preparedness functions to the administrator of the Federal Aviation Agency. For all of y'all who think this ain't a real thing. This was put in place by Kennedy.
Yeah.
All right.
Aviation is flying.
Okay. This was put in place by your main man, John F. Kennedy. All right, let's go back to the Rex 84. So I just pulled that out so y'all understand that what we got going on right here, this is real. All right. So now the next one, it says Executive Order 11004 allows the Housing and Financing Authority, listen to this one, to relocate communities, build new housing with public funds, designate areas to be abandoned, and establish new locations for populations.
Damn.
They're going to move you into a controlled area.
That sounds like Detroit right now.
You're going to be moved into controlled areas. This is the plan. And this is why military is being deployed. Exactly. It ain't got nothing to do with them immigrants. The immigrants is coming in to be they coming in because they the reason to get their foot in the door.
Oh yeah.
This is how they get their foot in the door through the immigrants.
Yeah, the military, right?
The military.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how they justify bringing the military in.
Exactly. And like you said, it's gonna be moved to certain areas.
Exactly.
That's why they're gonna set up certain roadblocks on highway, like we read earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Just follow that right down that road, make a left up there, and follow that truck right there.
Exactly.
It's gonna lead you right to that.
And guess what? If you ain't dealing with their ideologies, you will not be moved into the community.
Yeah.
You're gonna either be detained in a detention center or you're gonna be put to death.
Yeah.
And that's real. That's real. We got the executive orders, right?
Yeah. Like you said, put to death, because it said that in the insurrection joint that these military people are set up to go against the rebellions.
Mm-hmm.
Those who don't go with this are called rebellions.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me see. Let's get the next one. It says, this the fifth one. It says allows the government to take over railroads, inland waterways, and public storage facilities.
Ain't no hiding. They're gonna be everywhere, shutting stuff down.
Yeah, and then railroads. What do railroads have? Railroads have the trains with the containers.
Yeah, the cars.
They can house people and things in these containers. And then what do the public storage facilities have? They have spaces, storage. You know what I'm saying? Just think about all of this stuff, man.
And remember, it said earlier with the camps or whatever.
Yeah.
That they also have airplanes and train tracks so they can bring the people in.
Exactly. And see, all of this stuff coming together. 51. It says specifies the responsibility of the Office of Emergency Planning and gives authorization to put all executive orders into effect in times of increased international tensions and economic or financial crisis, because these things cause insurrection.
Yeah.
These things, international tensions. Why? Because it may be a war that someone feel as though, or the people may feel as though could affect the country, and they might throw an insurrection. And then what else? Economics, finances. If my money ain't right, if I can't get what I need, I'm in the streets. This is how the people. This is how the people are. So this is how they're gonna get the armies into the country against the people.
And you know how many people gonna fall for this because of them finances, especially our people.
Yeah,
I gotta feed my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be a mass slaughter. And even if you do go with their program or whatever, you think they still not going to harm you. So you might as well stand for something.
Hey, man, look, or go and play puppet.
Yeah,
go play puppet then, because that's what it's going to be.
Children harmed because they said they got the doctor facility.
It's a lot of cowards out there that's going to do it. It's a lot of cowards out there that's going to do it. Hey, look, I'm out first. I'm like, man, I'm gone. I ain't got to deal with that. Why I'm gonna deal with that? Why sit back and deal with that, man? Don't no man control me. Don't no man run my family, but me, Christ. You understand? Christ is the only one over me.
And that's who we vote for.
You understand? Ain't no man running me. Ain't no Democrat, no Republican. None of that.
That's straight up.
Here go the next one. It says this 310. It say grants authority to the Department of Justice to enforce the plans to set out in executive orders to institute industrial support to establish judicial and legislative liaison to control all aliens.
To control all aliens.
But see, when the Constitution out the way, who's really a citizen?
Exactly.
When the
everybody is aliens.
Exactly. when there ain't no Constitution, who's a citizen?
Exactly. And then you remember in the one video, dude was like, I don't think the court's gonna go for that. Yes, the hell they is.
Yeah.
You just saying the overlay for the underlay. You part of
Exactly.
the program, make people feel safe.
Yeah.
But the courts is going to go for that.
Yeah. This crazy. It say to establish judicial and legislative liaison to control all aliens, to operate penal and correctional institutions, and to advise and assist the president.
To advise and assist the president. So the courts are going to go for it.
Exactly. Exactly.
We all aliens over there.
Exactly. Because once the Constitution out the way, all of this stuff off the table. You under a dictatorship.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
It says 49 assigns emergency preparedness function to federal departments and agencies, consolidating 21 operative executive orders issued over a 15-year period.
15 years.
This 2025, right?
25.
Okay. 2040. What's going on? Remember what Joe Biden said about 2040? He said by the year 2040, we'll be the minority.
Oh yeah.
By the year 2040, we'll be the minority.
Hey, that's 15 years from now.
Exactly. That's what I said. I said that. We'll be the minority. Oh yeah, they all in cahoots. All of them. Democrat, Republican, they all in cahoots. They just playing against you to get you to agree with your own demise.
That's exactly what it is. Your own demise.
Yeah, that's what it's
playing
about.
on your ignorance.
Yeah.
Because they know majority of the people don't really study or focus on this type of stuff to really know what's going on. It's a few people that really dig in deep like this to really get like, no, I ain't messing with that.
Yeah.
And that's why we here. We not the best. We not knowing everything, but one thing for sure, two things for certain. This will help a lot of people if you open your ears and shut your mouth. Really listen. Focus.
Right.
Take this in and eat it.
Hey, that brother elder now. That was an elder saying.
It was though.
Open your ears and shut your mouth.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? You getting old, brother. Seen some hair coming out your ears, man. You know what I'm saying? You getting old out here, dog.
But that was an old folks term right there. I ain't think about that. But that's real talk. A lot of people, if you shut your mouth and open your ears, take this in, because this gonna save a lot of lives if people really listen. All
right. Yeah, this is the other one. This is this is the last one, the last executive order. It says this is 921. It says allows the Federal Emergency Preparedness Agency to develop plans to establish control over the mechanisms of production and distribution. So they taking over all business.
Everything.
All business.
It said, the big old contracts gone, the construction, the trucking.
All business.
Everything.
It says of energy sources, wages, salaries, credit, and the flow of money in the U.S.
So everybody worrying about credit.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of credit? Maybe to keep your electric on that they talking about in the bills up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. To keep your power, your electric, your gas, all of that. That's what that purpose is for. But that's why the Most High tell us to come up out of there, man. And I can't stress that enough. But anyway, it says weight and credit and the flow of money in the U.S. financial institution in any undefined national emergency. And what? Any undefined. Undefined. So they don't even have to define the national emergency.
They just do it.
Whenever they ready. Like, look, this what's going on. We need to do this. Right? They ain't even got to really give you an explanation as to why it is what it is. Any undefined national security, national emergency. It says it also provides that when a state of emergency is declared by the president, Congress cannot review the action for 6 months.
So it got up to 6 months before they even thinking about looking at the review. So for 6 months, you're gonna be tortured before anybody even think about torture or whatever. You're gonna just be going through something for 6 months before anybody even think of reviewing this. That's even if they think of reviewing. But with the constitutional thing going, like you were saying, they're not gonna really review because for what? You have no rights.
Damn. Yeah. It's all right. You have no rights. Hold on, let me see something, bro. One moment, family.
One moment.
One moment. We having the wind, a gust of wind out here. Let me see. I get it. Yeah, we got a gust
the
of
wind
wind.
done hit us and knocked the camera over a little bit. Excuse our visual. Get over there.
Yeah, it ain't looking bad. All right. Yeah, knocked over our camera.
Yeah, but we still here.
We still in it. All right. But what was you saying, bro?
For 6 months.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some issues before they review it. And with the Constitution gone, there's really no need to review it. So that's just let you know right then and there. It's gonna be more. What do you say? 15 years?
Yeah, 15 years.
So basically, forget the 6 months. For 15 years, it's gonna be an issue.
It's gonna be 21 executive orders passed within 15 years. That's what it was saying.
Oh, that's what it was saying. Okay, I thought it was saying for 15 years. That. Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. But for 6 months, you might not have nobody even checking you out, worrying about you or anything. We got more important stuff going on in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just give them some bread and water up under the door,
man.
Hey,
and then sit still. But anyway, let's finish this out. It says it also provides that when a state of emergency is declared by the president, Congress cannot review the action for 6 months. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, which is FEMA, has broad powers in every aspect of the nation.
Mm-hmm.
General Frank Salzito, chief of FEMA's Civil Security Division, stated in 1983 conference that he saw FEMA's role as a new frontier in the protection of individual and governmental leaders from assassination. There go your treason. There go your treason.
Yep.
It says, and of civil and military installations from sabotage or attack. This is your treason situation. As well as prevention of dissident groups from gaining access to U.S. opinion or a global audience in times of crisis. FEMA's powers were consolidated by President Carter to incorporate the National Security Act of 1947, which allows for the strategic relocation of industries, services, government, and other essential economic activities, and to rationalize requirements for manpower, resources, and production facilities. In 1950, the Defense Production Act gives the president sweeping powers over all aspects of the economy. The Act of August 29, 1916 authorizes the Secretary of the Army in time of war to take possession of any transportation system in time of war.
So don't think you about to leave you and into war.
Exactly. When war happens, it's a wrap, because it says it allows the Army to take possession of any transportation system for transporting troops, material, or any other purpose related to the emergency. And that's why the aviation circuit gonna be shut down.
Exactly.
That's why the airports and all of that. That's why that's gonna be shut down, because the military gonna have control of it.
I don't think you going nowhere when war hit when things hit the fan.
And everybody think, oh yeah, we can wait till the last minute.
It's time to go.
Nah, when you heard that voice, that's when it was time to go.
Exactly. When you felt it in the spirit, it was time to go.
Yeah. You should have been packing your bags and having faith in the Most High that He gonna get you up out of there at that point.
Most definitely. And then it keeps saying something about FEMA. Let me say something right quick.
Yeah.
For those of our people that's back in the States, back in Detroit, where we from. If you don't know one thing for certain, if I'm not mistaken, Joe Louis Arena was turned to FEMA back in 2020. Was that Joe Louis?
I don't know. Joe Louis got knocked down, right? They tore down Joe Louis.
So it was either Joe Louis
or was that Cobo? I think they tore down both of them. I ain't been to Detroit in a long time.
I done left and I forgot. But one of them was FEMA property now. It's one of them joints down there. I forgot exactly which one. Look it up if anybody get a chance.
Yeah, I ain't been to Detroit in a minute, man. So, but yeah,
that's a warning to those who think it ain't gonna come to near them.
Oh no, we about to run down where all of these
for sure.
Where these facilities are. Yeah, we got a list of the facilities now.
Let's get it.
But anyway, it says the Act of August 29, and these are all of the things that the president, what's his name? Who's this president?
Nixon, I think.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
He put in place. Act of August 20. Well, he signed. But anyway, the Act of August 29, 1916 authorizes the Secretary of the Army in time of war to take possession of any transportation system for transporting troops, material, or any other purpose related to the emergency. International Emergency Economic Powers Act enables the president to seize the property of a foreign country or national.
What Trump just say?
He about to seize these people.
What was that? What was that? New Mexico, was it? Or
the Gulf of Mexico?
They call it the Gulf of America. He said, when I get in there, it's going to be called the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
He just said that
because
he's
showing you what they dealing with. They dealing with this Rex 84. It's in motion.
Yeah.
It says enables the president to seize property of a foreign country or foreign national. But that say national. It don't say foreign national. So that could be a national or a foreign national,
both.
But it says these powers were transferred to FEMA in a sweeping consolidation in 1979. Where are these camps? Oh man,
where are they?
Here we go. Now I ain't gonna name all of them up under these states.
Let's get something
right, but I'm gonna just name the states.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna name where they are in the states. We'll be here all day. All right, but they got them in Opelika, Alabama.
Opelika, goon.
Alabama, Alaska.
So now you see why they said Alaska.
And look at all of these different places though in here. Remember the garden plot? Remember the garden plot situation to control the population? See, they got facilities to control the so when they talk about controlling the population in that garden plot plan, right? When we started first reading this letter, let's go up to the top. Let's go back to the top. Let's go back to the top. Let's get that. It says the second paragraph. It says Operation Cable Splicer and Garden Plot are two sub-programs which will be implemented once the Rex 84 program is initiated for its proper purpose. Garden Plot is the program to control population. How they gonna control population? Let's go down there.
Back down there.
Go back down. Where we going? Alaska. It says wilderness, east of Anchorage, no roads, air and railroad access only. Estimated capacity of 500,000 Elmendorf. Damn, they could fit 500,000 people up in here. Elmendorf Air Force Base, northeast area of Anchorage, far end of the base. A garden plot facility. So this is how they're going to control the population. They're going to move you into these facilities. Yep. These will be your places.
Yep. What we seen on Terminators and all these movies, that's what was going on. In the cold area. Dang, now think about it. When y'all get a chance, watch Terminator Salvation. You're going to see the same thing on there. Messed up area, bad weather, and they were moving them into facilities. Come on.
Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan.
Hold on.
Michigan. Oh yeah, Michigan. Camp Grayling, Michigan National Guard base has several confirmed detention camps. Classic setup with high fences, razor wire, etc. Guard towers are very well built, sturdy, multiple compounds within larger enclosures.
Remember, it said they shut down these army bases and turned them into prison. This in Michigan.
Facility deep within the forest area. Sawyer Air Force Base, Upper Peninsula, south of Marquette. No data available. Bay City, classic enclosure with guard towers, high fence, and close to shipping port on Saginaw Bay, which connects to Lake Huron. Could be a deportation point to overseas via St. Lawrence Seaway, Southwest, possibly Berrien County. FEMA Detention Center, Lansing FEMA Detention Center.
Ooh, Michigan, y'all. Hey, all our people, but hey, we got a lot of family in Michigan. Y'all better watch out now.
Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, Vermont, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania. Let me name Ohio. I got some people in Ohio. Ohio, Camp Perry, site renovated. Once used as a POW camp, prisoner of war camp, to house German and Italian prisoners of World War II.
So that's already a damn prison.
Oh, yeah. Some tar paper covered huts built for housing. These prisoners are still are still standing. Recently, the construction of multiple 200-man barracks have replaced most of the huts. Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, FEMA detention facilities, data needed. Lima, Ohio, FEMA detention facility, another facility located near Old Stone Quarry, and I know where that's at, I-75 railroad access to property fences, etc. I know Lima where that rock quarry is. I used to drive a semi-truck. Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, West Virginia, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Canada too.
Hey, y'all talking about y'all going to Canada. I'm moving to Canada when I'm just waiting to get this money. I'm just got to pay a few things. I'm going to Canada. They getting it too.
Man.
You ain't finna escape. That's still the Western world.
Exactly. And then look at the overseas locations. Guantanamo, Puerto Rico, federal prison camp facility, capacity unknown. Guantanamo Bay, of course.
We was just hearing about that.
Cuba, U.S. Marine Corps base, presently home to 30,000 Cubans and 40,000 Albanians, total capacity unknown. Yes, sir.
That's 70,000 right there, 30 and 40. That's 70, but they say unknown. So
yeah,
them numbers is numerable.
Exactly. We don't even know what it is for real. You know?
Hey, man. It's some serious junk right here. Hey, cuz.
But we crazy.
We crazy than a mug, cuz.
Man, we crazy, man.
Hey. Why folks out there set tripping, we out here that's the set. Not trip. We trying to warn the set for real.
Right, you know?
Man, this junk is real, bro. This ain't time to be playing church and all that weird stuff that's going on. This is mine. We got the truth. Man, forget that. This is the truth right here, these warnings. We see this stuff going on right now up under our nose.
Yeah.
Folks still talking about all this goofy junk.
Yeah.
Man, y'all better preserve yourself as well as y'all family and kids. Better stop acting silly as heck trying to follow some man or some woman or first lady or whatever, deacon, pastor. Y'all better follow Christ in his word to the Most High. And then that you're going to follow these soldiers to that dang on camp. This is real right here. We see it in these movies all the time. Like I said, watch Terminator Salvation, bro. That joint exactly what we was just reading. I might go, I'm going in the house and watching that tonight myself. Because I ain't seen it in a minute. But bro, everything that we read on here is what's going on.
It's time to come up out of that Babylonian mentality or not even just a Babylonian mentality, that reliant mentality. We got to rely on another people or another person to really vouch for us according to what things that we need as a people, man. Now it's time for us to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Place some elders over us, some real elders. I ain't talking about that playing church type stuff. I'm talking about real elders who understand real life situations. Then you can have elders who teaching the word and stuff like that. Now these is two separate situations though, because one based off experience, the other one based off experience and the word.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So we need to understand how important our elders are. You know what I'm saying? Because these is the ones that's really going to be the ones that's going to be the ones that we can look to for some understanding, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is the issue. This is the problem that we have. We looking at too many other people, right?
Ourselves.
And being led straight into a trap, man. Let's stop with the shenanigans. We got to stop with it.
Stop it. That's real talk. Dang, that's real talk. We look at too many other people instead of just looking within and helping each other. We cannot sit here and depend on some other nation to help us out of a situation. It's not about to happen. It is not about to happen. As we see right now. You think y'all talk about Trump and all that, like we said, we don't care about no side, but this is just common logic. You talk about Trump, this, that, you think Biden ain't had nothing to do with this? What Biden do back in 93? You think Barack Obama ain't had nothing to do with this? We seen John F. Kennedy, and everybody talking, are you for black people? He He the one who signed the dang on aviator thing.
Yeah. All of them have a part to play in it, bro.
Man.
All of them have a part to play. And that's why I was trying to, I like for people to understand. When you're voting for a president, it's really a selection process. These people already know who's going to be there. They just want to see where the people's minds are.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why the popular vote don't matter. The popular vote don't matter. It's about the electoral college. What states win. Right. See, they understand this. But they just need you to play the game.
That's all they need. Play the game.
Yeah.
If they don't have no players on the board, how's it a game? Let go of it. Stop playing that game.
They need you to play the game, man. Hey, it's time to reject your deposit and come up out of that game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a question that's asked to you real soon. You want to know what it is? Let's get the question. Oh, you got something?
No, go ahead.
No, because I don't want to go there.
Still getting it together right quick.
Okay. Well, we ain't going to ask that question yet. I'm putting the cart before the horse. You understand?
Okay.
So, yeah.
You can bring the Bible up on here so the people can see exactly what we read. Go to 1 Samuel 8.
1 Samuel.
Shoot. Okay, we can read that whole chapter. It ain't nothing, about 20 verses. And it's just basically showing what we was talking about earlier. When it comes to our people wanting to be like the nations, putting rulers over them.
All right. 1 Samuel 8:1, it says, and it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel. Now the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second was Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba.
So these was the judges over Israel. These was the rulers over Israel at the time, righteous men up under the Most High. Most High placed Samuel there. So he placed his sons up under him because it was time for him to pass on. It was getting close to that time. Come on.
And his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, and took bribes and perverted judgment.
Remember I said earlier, we got these rulers that's supposed to be leading us correctly, but somehow, some way, shape, and form, they go astray from these bribes. Don't think that this is just back then. This is right now too. That's why you have these feel-good conversations and these still lessons. Come on.
Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah.
See, these the elders that I was just talking about, the wise ones. Like, hold up, let's go talk to their daddy right quick. Come on.
And said unto him, behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations.
Make what?
Us a king to judge us like all the nations.
Set up a ballot and let's go vote.
Like all the other nations.
All the other nations. Come on.
But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Most High.
So Samuel like, bro, what the freak y'all need a king for? And y'all dealing directly with the Most High. This junk peeing me off. I'm old in the mug and I'm still peed off. Come on.
And the Most High said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people, and all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me.
Read that again.
Hearken unto the voice of the people.
The Most High told Samuel this.
Right. And the Most High said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people, and all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me.
They rejected the Most High, and our people still rejecting the Most High to this day doing that.
That I should not reign over them.
That the Most High shall not reign over them.
Exactly.
We supposed to be following Christ back to the Most High, but we want to follow Donald Trump back to slavery, to captivity.
Joe Biden, whoever.
Kamala Harris. Exactly.
It don't matter who on the ballot.
Exactly.
They all on the path to hell.
All of them. And
I don't care.
Out straight too.
I don't care if Donald Trump did come out here and quote a couple scriptures, pull out a Bible and say he and all of that type of stuff. I don't care what he did. He still like to grab him by the what?
He just reached down below and say,
You understand? Don't let the smooth taste fool you, man. Our people like to let the smooth taste fool them. You know what I'm saying? And forget that they drinking some poison.
Drinking that poison.
Yeah.
Drinking that wine of Babylon.
Right. So where we at?
8.
8. It say, according to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me.
To this day, they still forsaken me.
And serve other gods. So do they also to you.
And they doing that to Samuel at that time.
So they're going to forsake you too, Samuel.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
And that's what our people do, right? The 9th verse. Now, therefore, hearken unto their voice, meaning listen to them.
Listen to the people that came to you saying, we want masses.
Howbeit, yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over them.
So the Most High said, you know what? Listen to these folks and show them what these people gonna do to them. Since y'all want to follow these Gentiles and be like the Gentiles and put rulers over you like the Gentiles, Samuel, show them what they're gonna do to you. Get it.
And Samuel told all the words of the Most High unto the people that asked of him a king. And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you.
What he gonna do?
He will take your sons.
He gonna take your kids
and appoint them for himself.
Those mine.
For his chariots and to be his horsemen. And some shall run before his chariots.
Dang, that sound like sports, gladiator arenas.
Man, that sound like some sucker junk.
That sound like
them being abased and a man being over them.
Yeah.
And he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over 50s, meaning they're going to go to war for this man.
I was just about to say the same junk our people doing now.
Right.
Sign up for the Army, U.S. Marines. The Navy. Be all that you can be.
Yeah.
Ain't that the story they feed them?
And will set them to ear his ground and to reap his harvest and to make his instruments of war and instruments of his chariots. And he will take your daughters to be confectionaries and to be cooks and to be bakers.
Sound like Massa got them women. Kick them dudes out the house. Y'all mass.
And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards and even the best of them and give them to his servants.
Wow.
And he will take the 10th of your seed and of your vineyards and give to his officers and to his servants.
He gonna take what's yours and give to his people.
And he will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodliest young men and your asses and put them to his work. And he will take the 10th of your sheep and ye shall be his servants. He gonna take it, the 10th of your sheep, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Tithe.
A tithe. A tithe. Some of y'all understanding who these kings is right now, right?
Man. I'm like paying taxes and all that.
They're talking about your 10th. A 10th, your tithe.
Your tithe.
Put some tithes over here. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take your women.
He'll
take your son. He'll make the workplace. All right, well, we'll leave
Put
that alone.
Army.
Let's not go too far with that. But it is.
Hey, folks need to hear it though, because this is serious.
I'm talking about the pastors on this one.
Yeah.
He shall take your tenths and take your children and your maids and your maid servant. But anyway, since you want a man over you, but anyway, he will take the 10th of your sheep. And I ain't saying that and people get it misconstrued when I talk like that. I ain't saying that you shouldn't have pastors or nothing like that, but I'm saying that's what's happening in a lot of these places.
Yeah. And the scripture's telling you about it right here.
He will take the 10th of your sheep and ye shall be his servant. And ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which you shall have chosen.
Oh, now you want to cry.
And the Most High will not hear you in that day.
Because you chose them. Most High ain't about to hear that crap. I didn't want to vote. Dang, what happened with the last president? Get Donald Trump up out that office. We need Joe Biden. Then when he got in there, what did they do?
Joe Biden up out of here. We need Donald Trump.
Crying on that jump.
Man.
Dang, that's real spill.
Look. Hey, it say, nevertheless, the people refuse to not. What it say? The people refused to obey the voice of Samuel, and they said, nay, but we will have a king over us.
Hey, we don't hear that crap you talking. Give us a king.
Kamala. Give us Kamala. We need Kamala. We need Trump.
Barack Obama.
We need Barack. Oh man, Barack was this and that. They still be bragging about Barack.
Man, he had a fine woman.
Man, what did he do?
What did he do? He ain't do nothing. Nobody still ain't saying nothing.
Haven't you noticed how much a little more gayer the world has become?
It's a lot more rainbows out here that shouldn't be there.
Did you notice how harder and tougher the women done got?
Man,
what happened to all the singing women, the women that wanted to sing? Now you got all these rapping women. They grabbing their invisible nuts,
the invisible joints, strapping up.
What's up with that?
Strapping up.
You know what I'm saying? What happened? What happened to all of the
feminine women?
The feminine women. But what happened to the masculine brothers that would tell them women, "Go on, get out the way. This ain't your lane." What happened to the why Drake in a beef diss and then go sue somebody? He's soft. You know what I'm saying? Who was doing that? I'm just saying the world got a little softer since Barack Obama. That's soft. All I'm saying. But
it went from smoking Newport 100s to a doggone Virginia Slims.
I'm just saying it got soft.
Oh man.
But anyway, it said the 20th verse. It say that we also may be like the nations, that our king may judge us and go out before us and fight our battles. And your king was already doing that, Israel. Our king was already doing that. We forsake our king twice. Twice. Because at this point, we said, look, we want a king over us, right? The Most High sent us Christ. We killed him.
Yeah.
Our people put him to death.
Yeah.
You don't want no king. And it's just like how brothers be explaining sisters. They be like, women, she don't know what she want. Israel, you don't know what you want.
You the woman to the Most High.
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
know what you want. And to this day, you still don't.
Man.
That's why it's man pleasing.
Yeah. But, yeah.
But that's the last one? Or no?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, that was the last one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. But yeah, we just went there to show that there's nothing new up under the sun. Our people always been doing the same mess. Going to vote and register and all this stuff just to please society instead of pleasing the Most High. Man, you better worry about your doggone salvation. These people can't save you. These people can't protect you. That's why Christ said, worry not about them that kill the body, but worry about them that kill the body and soul in hell.
Yeah.
While you doing it, you going to go straight to hell. You putting a king over you that ain't even there for you, and not even in righteousness, man. At least you can put somebody over there that can guide you to the Most High or something, or to Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Guide you to Christ to get to the Most High. There's only one door, so that's what we going to say.
Right. Don't follow no thief and no robber. You know what I'm saying? But for real though, man, this right here is very important. What we going through today, or what we going over today.
Yeah.
I don't really think people be understanding, man, where we be coming from a lot of times, man.
This stuff be raw.
It be raw, but at the same time, it be over a lot of people's heads. I hope this ain't go over nobody's head today.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't here for no games. We ain't here to play around with nobody, man. We really over here trying to build. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. You know what I'm saying? We fall short when it comes to finances and things like that. We don't ask nobody for nothing, and we don't tell y'all nothing. It ain't gonna be nothing but a testimony later on down the road what we had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let y'all know when we get there. But yeah, we over here trying to build and actually build bridges for our people who really want to come and you know, be a part of what it is that we got going. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to be a part of what we got going on.
Just get out of there.
Just get out of Babylon.
Before this Rex 89 or Rex 84 pop up. Ain't no traveling once this stuff kick in.
It's a wrap. You know?
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Once all of that stuff get implemented, hey, it's a wrap. It's over.
Yeah.
You're gonna be stuck in Babylon. And I don't care what they say. Just like it ain't gonna be no rapture. It ain't gonna be no spaceships. It ain't gonna be no portals to come save you.
Elijah Muhammad ain't sitting there in the UFO watching you.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of those things finna happen. You know what I'm saying? The Most High told us to deliver ourselves, O Zion. Every man deliver his own soul. You understand? So it's up to us to get up out of there.
Yeah.
Once you heard that word and the Most High gave you that understanding, it's up to you to begin to work towards coming forth out of there.
Yeah. The Most High gave so many statements when it comes to you know what, get one more if you can. Jeremiah 4.
Yeah.
4 and 6.
Jeremiah 4 and 6.
Yeah. We're gonna get another one just to show like the Most High always, man, it's all through this thing, but this one is key right here. Get it with the coordinates too, so we can get to break down a few words that's right there too. Because it's a few little, man, the Most High wasn't playing with this, man.
You want? Do I got the Septuagint on here, man? Because that Septuagint be killing.
The Britain.
I do got it. Want me to get it there?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Let's get that Septuagint.
This
4 and 6.
Yep, Jeremiah 4 6 in the Septuagint. And while
Let's start at 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Okay. And while we go into the Septuagint, a lot of people don't understand that this was before the KJV.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of more understanding in this one during this time than the KJV, you know. But we mess with both of them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Christ come in the volume of the books, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna start at verse 5 of Jeremiah 4.
Declare you in Judah, and let it be heard in Jerusalem. Say you, sound the trumpet in the land.
In the land,
cry you aloud. Say, gather yourselves together.
No, stick by yourself.
Gather yourselves together.
Only deal with your people.
Gather yourselves together.
This is our church.
Gather yourselves
They
together.
said gather together.
And let us enter into the fortified cities.
The protected city.
Exactly. And this ain't talking about no cities that you see with the big armies and all that. This talking about spiritually. You can be able to see that these cities is protected.
Yeah.
It says, gather yourselves together and let us enter into the fortified cities.
No doubt.
Gather up your wares. This is the 6th verse. Gather up your wares.
Get what you need.
And flee to Zion.
Get the heck on.
And flee to Zion.
Head home.
And flee to Zion.
Wait on a dang on spaceship.
Flee to Zion.
Wait on Elijah Muhammad.
Go to Zion. Gather up your wares and go to Zion.
Hey, this was specific.
The things that you can take with you, your wares, go to Zion.
Go.
Go. Hasten not.
Don't sit back and bull crap.
Oh no, it say hasten. Stay
hasten.
not.
Yeah, I just thought
Sorry
about
that.
Yeah.
That was my fault. Hasten, stay not. And look what the Most High say. For I will bring evils from the north.
Come on.
And a great destruction.
And a what?
And a great destruction.
It sounds like Rex 84 is a great destruction.
and these all of these things gonna be implemented. But I'm trying to tell you, man, these people, we trying to tell y'all, we trying to get it across, man. And any way we can. Get up out of Babylon, dog. You ain't gonna be able to stay there, man.
At all.
They got that place on lock.
Exactly.
They got all types of implementation going on. They getting ready to get done.
Coordinates too, so people can get that retired. It's for those who don't know nothing about the Septuagint, but that was direct. But a lot of people ain't here, so we gonna get in the KJV too, and we gonna break down a few words real fast.
All right. Declare. This is the 5th verse. Declare in Judah, and publish in Jerusalem, and say, blow you the trumpet in the land. Cry, gather together, and say, assemble yourselves, and let us go into the defense cities.
Sound like the same thing as said in the Septuagint. Get published right quick. What is published? It said, declare ye in Judah and publish. What is published?
A primitive root, to hear. Intelligently. To hear intelligently.
Or be ignorant.
To hear intelligently.
You better take heed, basically.
Often with implication of attention, obedience, etc.
Obedience. Publish. You better be obedient.
And the crazy part about it is, remember somebody said, oh no, that's your walk.
That's your walk.
You're supposed to go and do that. No, man. This instruction is from the Most High for all believers. If you believe and you in Babylon, the Most High gave you instructions. He gave you instructions. You weren't supposed to go there and stay there and then sit back and say, oh yeah, I believe God will deliver me. Well, if you believe God will deliver you, will believe his word of deliverance.
Exactly. This is deliverance right here on a physical side.
Right. All right, what it say here? Where we at? Here?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, obedience. Yeah.
All right. It says obedience, etc., causatively to tell, attentively call, gather, together, carefully, certainly, consent, consider, be content, declare, diligently discern.
Is it time yet?
Discern.
Is it time yet?
Give ear.
Listen.
Cause to let, make to hear. Con or kin, hearken, I guess. Tell, indeed, listen, make a noise, be obedient, obey, perceive, proclaim, publish, regard, report, show, forth, make a sound. Surely tell, understand, whosoever hear, witness.
So publish just basically saying, hear with intelligence. Don't be stupid about this. You see this junk going on right in front of your face. You better be intelligent about it. Then they also say discern.
Yeah.
Discern the times. Is it time yet? Is it time yet? Nigga, they putting bullcrap.
You can't even eat.
I was just about to go there. They putting bullcrap food in your face.
You can't even eat.
I just was about to say, that's crazy you said that, bro.
You can't even drink.
Water is polluted. Food is polluted. You're eating defiled bread amongst the Gentiles every day. The scriptures tell you that. Defiled bread amongst the Gentiles.
Why not leave, man?
Just leave. Man.
And keep voting. Oh, I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna make sure it's this time you gambling, you shooting. This time they're gonna work. Damn. Keep crapping out.
I was just about to say, roll them dice until you crap out.
Keep crapping out.
It's gonna affect you, not just you, but your family. You got children and all that, man. Forget the bull crap, bro.
All right, the 6th verse. It says, set up the standard towards Zion.
Set up a standard towards Zion. This the way I'm going.
Retire.
What?
Retire.
Now, everybody, come on now. Everybody in the chat, look, what do retire mean to y'all? Somebody put something in there, because we all done retired from something before. Come on.
Stay not.
No, sit there.
Stay not. Why?
Stay there.
Stay not.
Wait on the phone call.
Stay. Oh, what? Huh?
Wait on the phone call.
Stay not.
Hey, this is all the stuff. Woo. Sit on top of the temple while it's burning.
Stay not.
That's basically what's happening in America. You sitting on top of the temple while it's burning. Not saying that's the temple, but you holding on to that spiritual whatever over there. Come on.
For I will bring an evil from the north and a great destruction.
Get that retire. Because man. I'm scared to put something in the chat. Let's get that retired, then we'll do it.
Retire. It says, to be strong, causally strengthened. That is figuratively to save by flight.
Hold up. To save by a spaceship.
To save by flight.
Dang. So are you getting pulled through a portal?
Gather self to flee. Retire.
It said gather self to flee. Retire. That means you quitting something and not going back. Not holding on to nothing. It said to save by flight. That's self-explanatory right there. Get up out of there.
Man.
Hey, it sounds like it's about that time,
To save by flight. To save by flight.
That's what it sounds like.
So in other words, you got to do that yourself.
Nobody is about to do it. We don't have no Moses. Ain't none of that. It's our job now. In 2020, we all had more than enough money. Everybody getting unemployment. You had PPP loans, bruh. Ain't no way in the world folks should be pumping that junk back in that system. The Most High told us to borrow from the Egyptians. Get that junk and get on. And when you get on, still borrow if possible.
Hey,
for real.
You better.
Shoot.
If you know what's good for you.
Man, all I can say really is, man, as a people, as a nation, as a brother, cousin, nephew, whatever, family, friend, all I can say is get the heck out of Dodge. Remember, Noah was only warning for 120 years. Our 120 years is coming up very soon. I don't know when, but it just seemed like we could see the stuff approaching. I'm just using that as an example. And while speaking of that, soon we're going to drop one of them too, a podcast titled, as in the days of Noah, 120 years. Repent. That's coming up real soon. But the next one, it's going to come across the bottom of the screen right now. We're going to do this one right there. They're opening portals everywhere. Demonic possession. That's going to be the next one we do, Most High willing, in a few days. We're trying to be consistent with these because, sure, it's too much going on out here for folks to still be sitting back, being calm, cool, and collective. The Pope just put a dang on staff on the door talking about, I'm opening up 4 doors in a prison. What the heck prison? What prison you opening? I know you had keys to that. You could have got us up out of jail.
Man, listen, you don't want to get up out of jail. Well, you would want to get up out of jail. He letting them out of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Most deaf.
The Pope playing with. Hey, the false prophet ain't playing.
Man,
you know.
Most deaf.
But you know, he playing with his father, the devil.
Yeah.
You know.
Most deaf.
But yeah, man, we appreciate. You know, we appreciate the consistency with the brothers and sisters that do join us with our podcast and stuff like that, and those who knew and might dip in and all of that. We appreciate that, man. We're not doing this to be like seeing the men and nothing like that, man. We really do feel as though this is something that people need to understand. You know, this take a lot of times these things that we do, it takes some time, you know, to put together. We put time and effort into these things, man. It ain't just no situation where we just hop up and get in front of the camera and do none
a bunch
of
of
this stuff.
buffoonery. We might slip up here and there, but like Doc say, we take time into this, man.
Yeah, we talk our junk.
Shoot, I was looking for that book for 2 days, wasn't I? Trying to get some information.
Yeah, we talk our. That's why I kind of like these podcasts. I like to do the Sabbath lessons and stuff like that because it brings out a lot of edification and all of that. But I really do like to do these podcasts because we get to really like be ourselves and stuff like that and kick it. Like not saying we ain't ourselves on there, but we get to, you know.
It's more of a humble ground right here. Like we could just really chill back.
Yeah, you know
on
what
the
I'm
podcast.
saying?
You kind of got to be a certain way for certain people who don't really understand.
Right.
Tiptoe a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, I just like to do this, man. It's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but yeah, like you said, we got this one going on next, and y'all, I'm telling you, man, y'all better. It's time to really start making efforts and you know, strides to come up out of there, man. Especially with the current climate that's going on over there. You got Trump back up in that thing, man. And I'm not saying this as though to be scared or nothing like that. I'm just looking at the policy and paralleling it what I can see far as the executive orders and stuff that they got on the books concerning certain things, programs like Rex 84 and stuff like that, man. So yeah, we gotta really make strides to coming up out of there. So
and unite, man, as a nation, man. Don't let nobody, no man, no woman, none of that junk stop you from kicking it with the people that you love the most, regardless of what sect, what school, what church, what anything. We all the same nation, bro. How we gonna be out here in the world wandering by ourselves thinking you're gonna survive? It's not gonna happen. We need to come together. That's what we all about too, is unifying the nation. That's the name of the podcast, Unifying the Nation podcast. And we must talk certain stuff, you know, just the exposed bull crap that's been holding us back for a long time. That's why the last few episodes been about these things. We got to clean up our own house in order for it to say it's neat. Right now it's junky because there's a lot of bull junk going on. That's why we did the last podcast, Set Tripping in the Truth. That's a lot of junk right there. We got to clean this mess up out of here so we could actually say we living in a neat situation now. Because the scripture talk about going back up under the rod. We up under the rod now for real. We out here, and I ain't talking about on no weird stuff. I'm like, where we at? You try some goofy junk like that. Is that Israelite junk over there? If you want to, you're gonna get beat by an elder over here with a rod for real. Like, hey, try some junk if you want to. Like, bro, folks need to humble themselves and really realize this junk is real. We out here with these people for real, and we got to make friends with the unrighteous man. You can't sit here and say certain stuff and then think you're gonna make it somewhere. So we got to unify as a nation, help each other, build with one another, put down all that pride, all them banners and all them letters or whatever the heck you want to call it. Pick up Christ, vote for Christ, man. Pick up your cross, and yeah, man. I still got them shirts too. Y'all need one? Call me.
I tell you what. What's that? What they? If you don't have that, remember they said they're gonna on that document that it's gonna be the postmaster. That
the passport, the ID thing.
Yeah. So if you ain't got your postmaster passport, what they gonna ask you? What question are you gonna be asked? Let's give them the question.
Dang, come on, that's a good bill of our praises, man. I forgot about that. They not gonna ask, are you with this church? Hey, I gotta throw it in there because that's garbage. Shame.
Yeah. So we end it with, this little statement right here, whatever this brother got to say.
Oh sure. Hey, all I gotta say, shoot, I really ain't got much, but be aware, be prepared, prayed up, and follow the word. Because we in that times where ain't no need to be playing around, thinking that some man, some woman, some whatever gonna guide you. Only guidance that we gonna have is Christ. It's no different from the wilderness before when they came out of Egypt. We need to depend on the Spirit of Christ and the Ruach and the Most High. That's the only thing that's gonna guide us. Man can't do nothing but give you the word. Same thing we doing. We just giving you the word and understanding from what we got. We see certain stuff that people don't see because we are outside of the box. We see inside. Because there, and I'm only saying this from personal experience, being there, you can't really focus because you're always working or busy or anything, blah, blah, blah. We ain't got nothing but time on our hand here. So we could really hear the Most High speaking to us, and we just trying to give it to those who really want it. So I just pray that this don't fall on deaf ears and people take heed to what we're trying to give, man. This straight love, bro. And sis, straight love. Take it and run with it. Share it with your family, with your friends, show co-workers, and everything else that you can. Just share this message, man. Like I say, we ain't trying to be popular now. We just trying to get this message out. We getting our Ezekiel on, like I said a few podcasts ago. We just blowing the trumpet. That's all we asking. With that, that's all I got. All praises to everybody that came in and tuned in with us. Most High willing, we'll be back in a few more days with another joint. They're opening portals everywhere, demonic possessions. So stay tuned in, and thanks for the supporters and everybody else that kick it with us. That's all I got. Shalom.
Set up the standard, Babylon falling, his body get damaged. Out the know we been saying it, y'all want him gone, he want him abandoned, set up the standard, Babylon falling, his body get damaged. Out the know we been saying it, no, y'all want him gone, he want him abandoned, set up the standard, Babylon falling, his body get damaged. Out the know we been saying it, no, y'all want him gone, he want him abandoned, set up the standard, Babylon falling, his body get damaged. Out the know we been saying it, no, y'all want him gone, he want him abandoned. We stand repeated, we listen to y'all. If you in that water, we fishing, we out. The wise gon' walk, we follow the star. Hamas y'all walk, he sat in the bar. He still got some unfinished business. Number 24 and verse 17, he ain't finished. The cloud is coming back, we gon' witness. Which way to Jerusalem, they gon' feel it. Who got the word? The nations is falling, the idols confounded. We got the scriptures, they mad that we found it. You got a trumpet, then you need to sound it. All of this wickedness can't be around it. Follow the shepherd, cause he keep me grounded. Babylon falling, they got him surrounded. Hitting it out with this blood, ain't no drowning. Who got the word? Some of the odds got it straight off the curb. Deuteronomy 30, we watching it turn. If you get protected, we watching them burn. Psalm 91 in my head like a perm. Under this shadow, no moving, we firm. Messiah, he straighten you up like an urn. Repent to the globe, they all about to learn. Cause we about to set up the standard. Babylon falling, his body get damaged. Out the know we been saying it. No, y'all want him gone, he want him abandoned. Set up the standard. Babylon falling, his body get damaged. Out the know we been saying it. No, y'all want him gone, he want him abandoned.
You know we gotta leave this place abandoned. Everything dirty is about to get damaged. Hot as I'm lava and you know you can't fan it to cool it off. Don't know what you heard, but your who ain't soft. War at the door, don't get knocked off. Following the Twitter's how you you set up the standard. If you ain't doing that, then you probably gon' panic. High point life at the end, I'm jamming. Look at me just like David, I'm dancing. Sitting in the cup when them bombs start landing. The secret place where we gon' dwell. Judah and Israel shall prevail. Gentiles too, if you're down with the light. Follow me, fam, I'm about that life. Now I ain't perfect, but I'm trying to be Christ-like. Nigga, that's the one who paid the price. Died on a tree and gave his life. And I ain't trying to let that go in vain. Told Allah, yeah, I'm repping your nigga for Babylon falling you up them flames. Look at all the innocent blood on their hands and the hearts turn cold in the whole damn land. Said the hearts turn cold in the whole damn land.
Set up the standard. Babylon falling, his body get damaged. Out the loop, we been saying it. Y'all want them gone, we want them abandoned. Set up the standard. Babylon falling, his body get damaged. Out the loop, we been saying it.